Good evening, everybody. How's it going?
Howdy.
Sorry for the delay. It's a little bit. It's thunderstorming a little bit here, and
Well, it's not. We're not any later than we
that's true.
often
We're a little,
are,
about
I
2
would
minutes
say.
later than normal. Usually it's like 9:06 or so.
I just want every day to end with Coury going, "Good evening, everyone."
Getting real close. We're going to be playing some Streets of Rage 4 tonight. Trey and I have been excited to play this for a long time. It's something that it was suggested to us recently by our good friend Scott Davis, who I'm not sure if he'll be able to stop it in the chat or not. But he says that we should stream this, and we had both ordered the physical copy. So at that point, we were, I guess, resigned ourselves into waiting for that to arrive before we played it. But thinking about the idea we could do a stream of it, I reached out to a PR contact for .mu and said, is it possible to get a review copy to do a live stream? And they said yes, and they sent us digital codes for this, so we're gonna play it. And because Trey and I are gonna be playing co-op, Duke is graciously accepted to keep an eye on the chat and read donations as they pop up. And
you guys are going to be too busy beating thugs up on the
Yep.
Streets of Rage, so
Yeah.
I'm happy to help. Now, one thing I'm curious about: have you guys played this at all yet? Because I've beaten it 3 times now myself.
oh yeah,
Oh wow.
Yeah.
No, I mean, other than just like part of level 1,
Right.
I've just like because I'm using the. I know I'm super tiny, but I'm using the Bluetooth 8-bit M30.
Mhm.
And Coury is
Okay.
too, because that's like, that's the controller
Yeah,
to play this with. Right?
exactly. We're gonna be.
But it took a little bit
I
to
feel like
set
this is
it
the
up,
best
and
way
at
to do
first I had to update my firmware because the button mapping was really weird at first, and I couldn't change it, even though I was reading like instructions on how to fix
Oh,
things on the
what
Switch.
is not? I
but
think in Streets of Rage you can remap the buttons however you like.
Oh, yeah,
too.
yeah.
you
It's
can,
in-
but it was
yeah.
like it was not what I thought they were.
Oh,
And so the
yeah.
buttons were really weird at first, and also I was trying the new control scheme. They've got the legacy mode too, and I was just like, no, I can't do this new. Like I've got to do classic 3-button. Like it ain't broke. Don't fix it.
I can feel that.
Did you do legacy controls?
I did on my most recent because I played through it with the Retrode Saturn controller that Coury mentioned in the most recent video. I love that thing, and it works really well for it. And that made me feel like I was playing the Genesis games again because it's very
Right.
similar to a 6-button controller. So that was cool.
By the way, you can also I'm sure they'll look different on Coury's screen if he set them differently, but you can set in the menu your food items,
Right,
Oh
right.
yeah.
which is a really fun touch. I don't know if they're actually different between any regions in the original games, but like there's all kinds of things you can choose from, and even though it's not the tradition, I made the slice of pizza my small food and a burger and fries my big food. Seems
Oh,
like,
I like that
okay.
seems
See,
like the right choice.
I kept it as the apple and the big turd.
Yeah, I
because-
can't deviate from what it's
I-
supposed to be.
Look, you got to have a healthy
Although like the big
food.
salad is kind of cool too.
Yeah, I mean they're very nice icons, but yeah, the apple and turkey has got to be because especially later in the game you'll see that the turkey is very important.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, you'll find out. You'll find out.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm going to stick with my pizza and burger because you offer me pizza and burger, and how can I not?
Yeah, but I had to go with the legacy. Monty. There's a thunderstorm going on, so the kids are like in the basement.
You weren't. I mean, so you were hiding.
Ladies and gentlemen,
shovel
guest
from me in the
appearance.
old house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, buddy. So, I mean, I had to go with the legacy controls because there's just too much.
Yeah,
Assign
there
it.
was just
if
too much to
you
remember.
spend your entire life picking up items with the same button you attack with. You kind of have to do it.
Exactly.
The one thing is that the star attack, like you have to hit 2 buttons. And see, I like to put jump on B on the Genesis controller because I kind of like jump to be my home position in the middle, and then I've got quick access to A and C.
Mm-hmm.
So at first I was thinking, well, okay, I'll put jump on C and then put attack on B and then put special on A so I can A and B for the star attack. But then I thought, well, it's actually not uncomfortable to claw to do A and C. And it also like makes sure I don't like accidentally do a star attack.
Yeah, see that I like the default one for this, specifically for the R star attack shortcut that you can disable or not. But I don't think that works if you use the legacy mode. That would be the one thing I would change, just because I like the 1 button hit for the star attack. But
I thought that was a good safety. But I mean, to be honest, I've never gotten very used to X, Y, and Z on like a 6-button Genesis or a Saturn controller, because like I play very few games that even use that. So I've never been comfortable navigating off like ABC on those controllers.
You're sitting here and you're gonna admit to my face you've never played Skeleton Crew on the Sega Genesis. My God.
Try. Do you want to host the game, or you want me to?
I can invite you. Why not?
All right.
Let's see.
Can you do that with any more enthusiasm?
Yeah. Well, I mean, okay. Here we go. Create online game.
Yeah.
Okay. This is,
I saw that Paul Sutton in the chat was saying
dealing with online invites and stuff is not my forte anymore. I used to kind of know what I was doing on the old PS3, but
I saw Paul Sutton like basically summed up exactly what I thought about as I was suffering and needing to close and restart.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, it'll just restart you and put you on my screen.
Oh.
We were told when we were given the codes, by the way, that there is a patch that's apparently going to improve some aspects of online. I don't know much about it, but we tested it earlier, and I think there was a little lag. But I mean, what are you going to do?
Right. That's cool. So you can both be the same character.
I agree with you and Paul, though, Coury, that I went from being cautious as hell about this game. Like I really was not sure how I felt about it until I played it at PAX East.
Yeah. And
I was enamored with it. And then I beat it, as soon as I could play it all the way through on the story mode. And then I love it. I think they did an excellent job with this game. It feels so good to play Streets of Rage again in 2020.
Yeah. I mean,
especially and what how you feel these characters controlled on the Genesis, Axel and Blaze, they feel even better now.
Yeah,
but they have the same moves.
I was a little disappointed to find out that it doesn't have a dash though.
Like because 3 has.
Can I tell you one small thing? Adam has a dash.
Oh, okay.
And you unlock Adam at some point.
Okay. I like how it's called the Y Syndicate.
Yeah.
Well, it's their kids. It's Mr. X's twin kids.
I know.
Mr. Y and Miss Y.
So when Coury and I were testing it out earlier, I was Axel, and my button mapping was all screwed up, so I wasn't really able to test him to my satisfaction. But then after we got off, I tried Blaze, and I noticed that she had like if you jump and then hit attack, like she does like this downward like knee kick, and then if you do an immediate other kick, then she like kicks in the face, and I feel like that's new, but I'm not sure.
And I've been corrected, but Cherry also has a dash, so it's unique to the Hunter family, the dashing.
Oh, okay.
And Floyd can carry 2 enemies. When you hold an enemy, he can hold them and walk around with it, and if you grab another one, he can smash their heads together, and it's freaking cool.
I feel like we should have checked for a 1-up behind the fence at the beginning, but it's too late now.
I definitely do feel a bit of lag, more so than I was feeling earlier. Like when I was.
Maybe it's because I'm hosting.
Yeah.
I mean, when I played it single player, I was like, oh, okay. But you know, like for me, I feel like it's okay for a brawler to feel slightly heavy.
Yeah.
You
My
know?
my favorite move is like the leg drop and how you can go into a jump kick directly from that.
That's what I was talking about. Like I wasn't sure if Axel had an equivalent because
I think Floyd has a similar move, or at least a stompy kind of thing.
Oh, there's a donation that will pop up. I think
I'm trying to find it in the actual chat.
sometimes.
So the ones that are done through like Streamlabs, I don't show up.
Don't show up in YouTube. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'll need to just pause that. So Mitch B's donated $5. Lovin' Streets of Rage 4. Been playing with the Retrobit 6-button Genesis controller in Legacy mode. Everything has been polished without sacrificing what made the originals amazing. And I agree with that. Like I said, the fact that these are the same characters for the most part. There's some new enemies, I think, too. But like everything feels good. Everything looks good. As soon as I saw this game in motion, like actually playing it, I was like, I don't need this to have pixels in it. This art style is amazing, especially the light effects to me.
Yeah, the
and
light
it's
effects
all
are
done
cool.
without getting in the way of a single bit of the gameplay.
I still don't know if I love the art style for it.
Say that again, Corey. Sorry.
I still don't know if I love the art style for it.
I mean, I was.
It'll grow on you.
pretty
I mean,
beginning.
it grew on me pretty quickly, but I thought it was awesome.
You should get that burger and fries.
Oh, it was a chicken here or a turkey.
Okay, that's cool that it only changes for the whoever's your screen, because it was definitely a turkey for Corey.
I do like how you can juggle them too, like
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's just like the combat is familiar, but definitely refined.
right.
One of my favorite things is grabbing the weapon you throw out of midair.
Oh, I
Bounces back to you.
didn't
If
realize.
you hit B and A or jump and attack at the same time, you'll catch it in midair again.
If you hold
Really?
up and jump, do you? Well, I think I did something kind of cool there that I don't fully understand.
Did you do a roll?
I feel like I threw
You
a
can do
guy
that
and I
Streets of Rage
rolled
1.
and then I punched him
Yeah,
before he landed.
you can do a similar move in the first game with Blaze.
I haven't played the first in quite a long time.
I just played through 5 levels of it about an hour ago just to remind myself of it. I got to the ship level before it got a little crazy.
I mean,
It's one of the
2
hardest levels in the game to me.
2 is definitely the one that is most. I still together.
I do feel that the first one has by far the best music.
Yeah, the boss music especially. A question from Adam Lloyd: what does legacy mode mean? Legacy mode in this game limits the controller inputs to just 3 buttons. So there's
So you don't
attack,
require.
jump, and special, and that's it. Whereas in the default, you have a separate button for pickup.
Yeah.
And it's
So
a
you
separate
don't
button for
accidentally pick
special.
up something while you're trying to attack somebody.
But I'm so used to, being aware of that. So.
Yeah.
By the way, I have 2 stars now. Do I use all my stars at once, or do I just?
No.
Okay.
Each star is a single attack. There, you don't have different attacks.
Okay, I was wondering if I can power up and get a better one.
No. You'll get more points if you don't use the stars at the end of the level, but I believe they reset also at the end of the level. I think. I'm actually not sure on that.
Oh, whoa.
I just grabbed them out of your hand.
Oh, okay. So
Other,
that's why
I can't grab onto the try, and we can't do like combo attacks, can we?
Wait.
If you grab Blaze, I'm not sure. I have not played this multiplayer yet at all.
Well, we turned off friendly fire, so I don't know if we have contact at all.
Sorry, I just stole the turkey. See,
Hamburger and fries.
like
Demo
the music
Kirby
is.
says if he plays the Streets of Rage 3 version of the characters, they have dashes.
Oh, cool.
Oh, do you unlock that, or is that like a color swap?
No, they are separate characters that you will unlock, and you unlock characters. You'll see it when you beat the level. There's like a lifetime score, and as you get more points, you unlock more things. So you can unlock 12 different retro characters. So I just finished unlocking all of the Streets of Rage 1 characters.
So are they pixelated or are they?
They are pixelated.
Okay.
And they actually fit in really well for some reason, but they have the same control scheme as they did in the original game. So like Streets of 1 Blaze is like kind of hard to use. But she has a really good reach because I think she's got the longest strike distance.
I can't remember if I played Axel or Blaze in Streets of Rage 1. See, the thing with Streets of Rage
I'm a Blaze. I stand Blaze. I play her in every version. Got a $2 donation from Warren Hokey.
That's how we say it. I don't know if that's correct though.
I apologize. Just got a GBA EverDrive Best GBA Hidden Gems. I kind of flogged it a little bit in my review of it, but I've been getting back into playing Columns Crown. Game Boy fans, if you like puzzle games, everybody knows about Golden Sun: The Lost Age, but I don't feel like it gets the love it deserves, and I think we need a remake of it.
I feel like Duke is exactly the right person to be around.
I'll always say Gunstar Superheroes. I like definitely one of my favorite. It's on the system.
The translation from a fan for Dragon Quest Monsters Caravan Hearts is really good. That'll run perfectly on the Game Boy Advance EverDrive. So if you like RPGs, definitely that's a good one. Starring Kiefer, one of the characters from Dragon Quest VII. They're hidden gems. I gotta pull my Joe Reddit for my hidden gems. That's a tough. I'll have to
I see the Bag of Schmidt saying Drill Dozer, which I know they try as.
Oh yeah. Drill Dozer's good.
Yeah. I guess when I think that's one of the first games I think of when I think of something everybody had on the Game Boy for some reason.
Is there another one in here?
There is usually one turkey for every boss and an apple and maybe a star somewhere. It's usually what you find on a
Traditionally, I believe there are 2 turkeys if you're playing 2-player.
I think I only saw you guys get one on this screen.
Yeah. So I'm pretty sure. I mean, I know that Final Fight has 2.
Oh, she's gonna do it.
I've played a lot more Final Fight recently. But I was I was saying earlier, like when Drum and I played Streets of Rage 1, it only took us one night and maybe.
Oh, try jump and press down in the special. I know what your move is.
Oh.
Jump and press. Oh, that's your aerial special.
Your air kick.
Yeah. Now note, of course, that like the other games, it takes away part of your health. But what I like about this is you can get that health back, and if you hit enemies before they hit you again.
Yeah,
that's what that green portion of your bar
is. Very cool. That's one of my biggest brawler complaints is moves taking away health.
Yeah. And because also, especially with
3 does a brilliant job of you've got a cooldown on it where you can use it any time, but if you wait for the cooldown to finish, you can use it without sacrificing health. But this is a pretty smart.
It's a nice alternative. I think.
Yeah.
Now your defensive special, which is if you hit X or whatever your button is without moving, you're invincible during most of that. So when that's technically what you could consider Nora's doing when she hits the ground with the snake and electrifying it, you could do yours there and survive it if you can't jump out at the same time.
Okay, so you just need to press special in midair. You don't have to press down.
Right, yeah, you don't have to hit down. So there's your lifetime score. So each one of those little diamonds is an unlock for one of the characters.
Have you done them all?
I've only done this particular screen. It takes a while.
There's more beyond these 3?
Yes. Oh yeah. It's Axel, Blaze, Adam on yours right now, and then you'll get Street Rage 2, and then it's 3. I think afterwards. There's 12 total. I think. I got a $5 donation from Scott F. I own a custom arcade cabinet with PC guts. Can't wait to play this on here. Oh, that sounds really cool. Also, latest episode was awesome. Keep up the good work and stay healthy.
Well, thank you.
So make sure you guys are Lysoling your first-party controllers. Keeping those nice and safe.
Yeah, I'm happy that people seem to like it. It was way too long coming.
I know. I watched Coury film some of it the other day. But I did appreciate the Beyond the Beyond case in the background of one of Try's PS1 shots.
No, I was one of Coury's.
Was it?
I do not have.
It was your segment, I guess.
Oh yeah,
I still love it.
So I guess do you always start the level with 2 lives then?
On this difficulty, you do.
Okay.
So nothing carries over. Story mode's cool in that sense that nothing carries over. Your lives, your stars, your score. Man, arcade mode, which is what you'll unlock when you beat the story mode. You play through the entire story on 1 single credit, and you get so many lives based on the difficulty. I think on easy you get 8 lives, and the gap between 1-ups is significantly larger than it is on the story mode.
Okay, so higher difficulties, are they limited continues?
Not limited continues. You have unlimited continues, I should say. But unlike the other Streets of Rage games, you start the level over on a game over. You do not pick up. You don't just get to resume it with new lives and no score.
So wait, are there some prisoners here that are fighting the cops, but they're also fighting us?
Yep,
that's kind of cool.
It's the corrupt police, man. I mean, you guys are all ex-cops.
Basically, everyone we ultimately do want to kill, though.
Yes. Yeah. There are nobody on your side. I got a $2 donation from RC. Episode on handheld controls. Favorite Neo Geo Pocket Color games. That would be interesting.
That was a suggestion.
There's recently a port on the Switch for SNK Fighting Girls or whatever, right? That was a Neo Geo game.
Yeah. There's just.
I haven't played that yet.
Gals Fighter. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
But that was we had a comment about that, suggesting that for an episode, doing an episode on ways like control methods for handheld games, for like if you're playing them on a TV or something, which I think is kind of a good idea.
Well, I mean, we've done that with I feel we've done that for Game Boy stuff pretty thoroughly.
Right.
Mitch B, $2 reminder. Don't forget to use your back attacks.
Yeah,
which is what Axel's doing right there with that punch.
How do you do it while standing still?
You hold down B and press. Hold on basic attack and press jump.
Yeah, it's your jump and attack button at the same time, or in non-legacy mode, it's the L button by default.
I like this.
Is that a bare knuckle arcade cabinet?
So, do you want to know a fun secret?
Sure.
Okay. If you find a taser item in this game, use it on an arcade cabinet, and you will fight a secret enemy in one of the old games.
Oh,
and
cool.
The one you just destroyed is you would have fought the boss from Street Rage 2 on the first level. The dude with the big knife.
Well, I picked up a taser, but
the tasers are single use. Like you can use them once and then they break, so that it's kind of hard to hold on to them. But I think there's 3 or 4 cabinets in the game that you can do that on, and each one's got a different.
Oh wow, that's kind of high tech.
Wedge donated $2. I feel like Try is just a micro person in a micro tiny diorama house, and the camera can't get any closer, or he'll be out of focus. This is we're live from Try's dollhouse. Yeah. He has snuck on to his dollhouse using Honey, I Shrunk the Kids DVDs.
Earlier, there the donation from RC was saying favorite Neo Geo Pocket color games, and I think that like SNK versus Capcom is amazing on there.
There any good golf?
Yeah, Neo Turf Masters.
Is that on the Pocket Color?
Yep.
I'm gonna. Okay, that's it. I'm getting that because I'm all about Neo Turf Masters right now.
Yeah.
So
it's
when
a
I first played
good
this
version.
game, I played it on hard mode, and I was stuck on this level for about an hour.
Oh wow.
This boss was tough, especially, and these nerds with their shields are very difficult. But you guys are kind of pounding right through this.
I assume we're on normal.
Yeah.
You have 2 lives, so you're on normal. Hard mode, you have 1 life per.
Oh, that does sound mean.
Yeah.
Man,
and also, I don't think you guys have done it yet. If you hold your basic attack button down, you'll have a strong attack.
Right.
So when you flash yellow, you have a strong attack.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Is that a good way
Which
to break
Blazes
the
is a
shields?
good lurch forward like that. But yeah, definitely good on these shields. But the jump kick is, I think, the best way to handle Murphys with the shields.
I like that they're called Murphys for RoboCop.
Oh,
yeah.
And then the other
I
ones,
love that. I love that you're going to encounter a big cop here named Barney, and you've got that one there. You just killed was Dick,
Yeah.
and then I forget what the blue cop's name is off the top of my head. Kiwi asks, please share some Streets of Rage memories here. Streets of Rage, for me, I played on the Sega 6-pack on the Genesis, which of course came with like Golden Axe, Columns, and Sonic, and all that. And it was my first brawler, belt scroller, whatever you want to call it, game. So I'll always love this series.
I mean, I would say it's the series that made me really in only relatively recent years kind of come around to appreciating brawlers. I mean, because like I said, Drum and I co-opted the first Streets of Rage, but it only took us. You should get that burger. It only took us one night to beat Streets of Rage 1, and then it took us a long time to beat Streets of Rage 2.
Mm-hmm.
And so Streets of Rage 2 is definitely the one that has made the biggest impression.
I would agree with that. I didn't play Streets of Rage 2 until much later in my life.
Yeah, but again, all of them have been pretty recent for me.
Right. You had a $5 donation from For the Love of the Game. You could force some PS2 games to 240p with a hex editor. Did not know that. Shadow of Colossus works and even runs a little bit better. That's interesting.
Yeah, I have a version of Mushihime Sama that has it.
I may have to try that because that's my big thing with the PS2 is how kind of inconsistent the forcing 480p through Free McBoot and GSM is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought I should share some of my Streets of Rage memories. So I got the first one like as soon as it came out, and I do remember the day that I got it. I was walking home from my friend Eric's house because I brought it over there and played it, and I got stung by a bee like right in the lip. And that was the last time I've been stung by a bee. I just took it. But I bought it because like at that time Electronics Boutique had a return policy where if you didn't like a game you could return it within 10 days, and that's crazy generous,
Oh yeah, I remember. Isn't that why Working Designs made games really hard for a while, like why they did the Magic in Lunar 2
specifically
like
because of
Sega
Electronics
CD?
Boutique? Maybe. I mean, it's possible.
I remember I heard an interview, I think on Retronauts a long time ago with old Vic
that
was specifically.
But so the game that I returned that I had bought and got this with, got that with was the first NHL hockey, and returned it after having bought it, and got Streets of Rage.
PokePress asks, do 480i games generally still render a 40p image and split or discard it into fields? I think in the case of the PS2, it's like a buffer thing or something, right? It just
PS2, some games like you cannot force 480i because they literally like
40p.
the game you can't force 480p because the game literally doesn't know more than one field at a time.
Right. What was that game that I got you to play? That Ephemeral Fantasy or whatever, the time game?
I haven't played it yet, but you did end up getting me to buy it because it
It's a crazy
janky-
weird RPG
it
that's
was
like
janky
mixing
in
of
the most
Majora's
lovable
Mask
way.
with turn-based combat. But it is one of those games that if you force it to 480p, it runs too fast.
Yeah.
'Cause it's based
Persona.
on that.
What's interesting is Persona 4 will do the same thing, except if you are in like a crowded hallway in the school, it will like there's enough stuff on screen to like bog it down to the point where you can it'll bog it down to where it then just like locks to 240 or to 30 frames per second instead.
I'm dead.
Or
Or not.
I think it's
Yeah,
always
you can play on 0 in this game. I've been saying that for almost 30 years. If going to 0 lives means you can still play, I'm just like, you can play on 0. And I remember some games where if you have 1 life left and die, and it doesn't let you play on 0, I was like, that's wrong.
I do like having a 0th life, as I refer to it.
Yeah. If we can finish this game today, it'll be the 3rd game that I managed to beat today. I've been on a roll, so I need to.
Wow.
Yeah, I gotta tell you, I had the most amazing time these last couple of days playing Pokemon Snap with my kids. Like, I don't really even like Pokemon. I don't really know a lot of the Pokemon, but
But your kids love Pokemon.
But I found Pokemon Snap at Goodwill like a couple of years back, and I brought it out and said, because the kids are like really into Pokemon right now. That's like their main thing that they've been doing during this during the pandemic, is just like playing Pokemon. And like both my kids are like know them all. Like, I got them these books a long time ago. They had all of them in it, and they just know all the names. And Pokemon Snap is amazing for that. I actually got Pokemon Snap out to let them play, and they didn't really like it at all. Like, they're just like, I don't get it. And then like the next day, I was like, how about you guys want to like watch me play for a little bit? So I did, and they got so into it. And every time you'd get to a new level, like they'd be like cheering everybody's like every Pokemon's name as it like appears for the first time. And it's kind of the perfect game for them. It was almost like they were in control, but not, like they were more involved in good job with that. They were more involved in playing it, like by watching it than I was by playing it, because I was basically just doing what they wanted me to,
Right. Got a couple donations I'll get through here. RC donated $2. Expanded man cave to entire house suggestions.
Man cave to an entire house.
It's no longer a cave. It is now a full aqueduct.
I mean, that sounds like my house.
Try, when I think of your house, I don't think of man cave. I think of too much video equipment and nice recliners and rocking chairs.
In that case, though, I gotta say, I'm sure Trout will be able to relate at this point. Is that like it despite the fact that you have an entire house for it, try to save at least like one room that is not dedicated to like man cavey things.
It is nice to have at least some.
That's going to be Try's Atari room.
Some sort of escape. That was part of the problem was that
one of you should blow up that top barrel that's kind of hidden back there. I think there's a star in there, but it is explosive. And we also had a $4.99 donation from Michael A. What do you guys recommend for the OG Xbox official S-video cables or cheap component cables? Maybe you have any thoughts?
Well,
on
if you can find official component cables, the cheap component cables
are the worst cheap ones I've ever seen.
Yeah, there's like definitely a difference.
Like I've tried
a very apparent difference between.
I've tried cheap cables for the Wii. I've tried cheap cables for PS2. PS2, the difference is noticeable. Wii, I've had pretty good luck with different Wii cables. I've not really run across like any outright bad Wii cables. I'm sure they exist, but I haven't come across them. But
I'm sure if you
Expo?
measured them, with
I'm sure.
tools and everything, you'd see them. But yeah,
I'm really happy that these guys like Big Ben and
Hart
and Galcia and G Signal, like they're still wearing the same clothes after 10 years.
Yeah. I'd like to think that they are the same characters too. I mean, I think they are for sure. But like Glacia looks good for 10 years. He looks like the same punk he's always been. And I love that all the color variations are still here too. So like Glacia's, there's BT, then there's Jonathan, and all that stuff. They're all here.
But yeah, original Xbox, like if you get the cheap cables, those are easily the worst cheap cables I've seen. Like it basically looks like 480p composite.
Ew.
Well, and it's not. I mean, in a game with like a lot going on, maybe you aren't going to notice it, but like on finer details, like you will get like rainbow artifacts, like around like white text and stuff.
I am excited for you guys. Somebody's already kind of mentioned in the chat. The boss at this level is one of my favorites.
Oh,
it's a very creative idea. It's also kind of nice tongue-in-cheek humor.
This Mr. Y guy is very anime.
Yeah.
Oh, I love him. I don't know if you guys. I don't think you heard his laugh in that cutscene.
It basically looks like Rufus Shinra.
He's got the gun for it. I mean, he's got Mr. X's gun.
He's got the coat.
Yeah, I like Mr. Y and Miss Y. I think they're cool villains.
I don't think we've seen Mrs. Y yet.
No. You'll see her. She's pretty late. You'll see her pretty late in the game. All right, here you go. One of the coolest bosses. Glacias.
Wait, what?
Oh,
so she turns them into powerful, like, people who can't.
Oh, with
like,
the.
She's calloused these boys up with that whip that they can take a few hits.
I see.
So other ones are going to pop up that aren't blonde, and if she hits them, they'll turn blonde and power up. So this becomes like an interesting. Oh, you can get bottles in Streets of Rage 1. Come on now. But they're not chilled wine or whatever she has.
Yeah, I like that the stuff in the background bounces on the when they hit the ground. You'll see like.
Oh yeah.
Why are there? I mean, this looks like they were performing like a dark ritual in here.
Oh, Nora just, you know what? She likes her cabin to be sensual.
Well, it's cool that she got a like an upgrade to a boss.
Oh
after being. I mean, we're
relegated to cheap distance character.
Right.
I mean,
was she even in the second one?
I know she was in the first. I can't remember the second one off the top of my head. Which was the one where they beg for their lives? I think it's in Streets of Rage 1 where they'll like, no! And you can like not hit them for a second, but then they'll get up and hit you.
Right.
I don't think it's a darker ritual try, bless your innocent heart.
I know, but that's what it looks like.
Well, it looks like a few things.
You get that.
She was in the cabaret level 1 of Streets of Rage 2 before Barbin. Thank you, Craig. Barbin was one of my favorite bosses in Streets of Rage 2, and he
let's hit over the pincer attack.
Oh, did you see the boss? Is that what you were talking about? The boss of Streets of Rage 3, the poster there, or the boss in the first level of Streets of Rage 3?
Oh, I didn't even notice the poster.
Yeah,
there are a lot of like subtle references in this game that I think are really cool. You guys are. I mean, I know this is co-op in normal, but you are plowing through it. I mean, you're on stage 4 now out of 12.
That's 4 more levels than the other ones. I don't know how many levels are in this third one.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect.
I never finished the third one.
There are 12 levels.
That was
in this
a
game.
shorter level than I thought it would be.
That is, I think, the shortest level in the game. But I love this. She just crashes the boat.
The old pier. Bet there's some arcade games on the old pier.
Try.
Yeah.
You know this is
It's
actually
a boardwalk.
You will see an arcade here.
With those arcado games in it.
This is where there's a fun little bit of graffiti in this level too for naysayers of the game.
Is there any do baseball?
I don't think I've seen a do baseball yet, but there is a where are my pixels in this somewhere. I know Johnny Millennium liked that one in his review of this.
Oh, you can throw them down the hole. Good.
Oh, yeah, but I wonder about us.
Probably.
Yes. It's not a death. It is a lot of life lost, though.
Oh, I shall.
Ruby and Garnet are pretty tough enemies, I think, because they're hard to cancel their jumps once they're in the air, and they got that good bitch slap.
Nope.
Jonathan Hessen donated $2. Love the latest controller episode. Literally paused the episode as soon as I heard your thoughts on the Retrobit Saturn wireless controller and hopped online and bought it. I got one of those when I saw it in the store, at Micro Center, where they have stuff near the checkout aisles.
You got the
They
wireless
had
one, right?
Yes. Yeah, I have the I forget where I put it. I have the one that's dark and multicolored buttons and kind of see-through. So I don't have the blue one. I think the blue one's the other one.
Yeah, Tri has the blue one. I have the clear
I
one.
like that fancy case.
I've been using it mostly for the Mister, but
Oh, there's my bear. Oh, I should have given you that star. Sorry.
It's okay.
There's that bare knuckaroo arcade machine.
Yeah, unfortunately you can't get in there to hit that one with the taser, I don't think. But there's your where are my pixels?
Well, what was so fun when we were at M2, you could hear them say the American version of a game just because I guess they were just in case we didn't know what the Japanese version was called, I guess.
Right.
You could, I don't remember if it's actually if the soundbite is in the documentary, but one of the guys goes, "Streets are ragey."
Streets of Rage. Yeah.
Apparently you can hit that arcade machine, but I'm not sure how. But Barney here has a taser.
I didn't mean to do that.
Can you go? Maybe
I just said that having it hit A and C for the combo would make it harder to accidentally do.
Oh, you can go in through the door on the right, I guess.
Oh, cool. As soon as I don't even know.
So just don't use the taser if you pick it up. Just kill these guys first.
Well, it'd be hard to not use it if you pick it up.
Well, I mean, yeah, but if you hit the I don't know about legacy mode, but if you hit the pickup item again, you'll drop whatever you're holding. So there should be a way to get in there. So I did not know that. I did not know you could walk behind there, but here you go.
Oh, that's fun.
Oh, this is the worst one.
I hate this guy. And I don't know. The CRT filter looks pretty good, I think.
That's not bad.
I mean, it's not
it's supposed to look like.
It's cool that it takes the new character models and puts them in there.
And you can turn that filter on anytime you want too, if you like it. It's in the video settings.
I can tell though from the pixels in this fog is very not integer scaled or interpolated.
Well, that might be a combination of the filter on top of it too.
How am I just gone?
I think you died. I think you got the game over.
I don't think I had lost any lives before we went in here.
It's very easy, I think, to overlook.
Oh, okay, you're back. So it's just inside the game you do.
Okay.
You get one life, I guess.
RC for $2 would like to see a mini Sandy, and I'm sure if you get your magnifying glasses out, I'll get mine here.
I think she's
and you
sleeping
can
over
see
yonder.
if we can find a mini Sandy.
I mean, usually I can zoom in on Try, but because it's 2 windows this time, it just was not possible.
I don't want to call her over because then she's gonna be like,
she's gonna yarp.
I was trying to wear her out before the stream, but then she was just being lazy. But then she started getting rowdy right before the stream, and it didn't last long.
Interesting. So a lot of people are saying in the chat that the filters are missing in the Xbox One and PC versions.
I heard that.
And then that the studio did not know that they were missing, and that it was ported from another company to the box.
Right.
That sounds like what happened to in it was Invisible or Indivisible RPG, that game.
Right.
That got ported to the Switch, and the developer didn't even know it came out, and it was like the wrong version. So they were like, "Well, it's on sale, but we had nothing to do with this."
Oh, geez.
All right, Estelle is tough, so I'm curious to see what you guys do, how you deal with this. She can be pretty hard.
Well, I think we just need to do the pincer attack.
Well, she's a member of the police force, so wait till you see what she can do.
Can she make the?
Can she summon a police car like in Streets of Rage 1 and fire rocket launchers?
I wanted to surprise you, but
I mean, I guess. Oh no!
Because she's like backup requested, and then so here it goes.
Oh, and it makes the flaming
that.
circle. That's
that
great.
Was so cool.
That is pretty hilarious. You should probably get that hamburger.
It's a turkey to me, buddy. I do like that it makes the circle fire too.
Yeah. So when you play as the Streets of Rage 1 versions of the characters, which you'll unlock probably your first one here pretty soon, your star attack becomes that move.
Oh,
cool. Classic.
That's nice.
Summon the police car, and it's really cool. I mean, the pixels on it look really neat when they do it. I still love in Streets of Rage 1 when you use that move on the boat level. I think like level 5 or whatever. It's like, how'd the police car get on the boat? Yeah, so now she's backup requested. Ferocchio. It's a fairy, okay.
Oh, in the first one?
Yeah. But still, it's like, obviously already going somewhere by the time you start it. So that, I like to think maybe they jump off a bridge or something in the car and land on the boat. Oh, the 70, yeah, the big building, yeah. I love Streets of Rage. Now what we need to see is a resurgence in Golden Axe.
Yes. I mean, I saw people say they should get these guys to do Golden Axe.
My wallet's ready.
Yeah.
Especially, I mean, I don't think you could do this exact art
I mean, I'd be
style
happy
in
with
Golden Axe,
Revenge
but I
of
think
Death
you could do
Adder.
a super stylized.
I mean, I think you could do something close to this.
Definitely.
You know, John was pointing out in his video that, you know, all of the animations are like individual frames. There's no tweening. There's no.
Oh, the animations are super good.
Rotating. Everything is an individual frame, which I really appreciate.
So you're playing the Switch version of this, right? Because that's
Right.
what I've been playing.
Correct.
Yeah. And I think John said that the PS4 version and the Switch version are like identical, like in performance.
Yeah, which I'm kind of bummed that I ordered, because I remember John said that like some of the pre-release stuff, something was kind of, he saw some frame issues and something before release, but it sounds like it's perfect now. Oh, there we go.
There's your boy. Finally can play as Adam.
I know, it's just the first one.
Now it sounds like it's perfect. So I'm kind of bummed that I ordered the PS4 version from Limited Run.
But it's going to be, I'm sure this is going to be at Best Buy.
Yeah,
like, I mean, so many games.
I think it's still available for pre-order if I just want to be stupid and order both versions. But I won't lie, I'm tempted.
Well, that's what I did.
mean, especially because
I did that just in case.
How much is the physical version?
I don't know. It's probably I'm guessing it's $35 maybe.
I'd double dip for that. I mean, honestly.
I mean,
the fact that this was only $25 to download, and I'm getting
Streets of Rage, sure. I mean, I like the series.
Look, I want to make sure they make a Streets of Rage 5. I'm going to buy a lot of it.
I mean, there's probably a greater than 50% chance I'm going to succumb to my desire for a physical Switch version.
Yeah.
Someone says in the chat, the artist for this game actually made a Tris Flare concept from Golden Axe.
Oh yeah, I think I saw that on Twitter.
That is pretty cool.
I got my. So I can grab it real quick.
You got what?
I got my Tyrus Flare right here.
Oh, yeah.
This was sent to me by Jimmy Hoppa.
Was that the only one of the Sega gals
that I wanted that I didn't have? I guess I had like.
Isn't that? But you gave me the Arl one.
From Puyo Pop. Yeah, I mean, because the main reason
I wasn't sure if you gave away any of the others.
I think I gave Joe Rediford my Sarah Bryant from Virtua Fighter.
Oh, but you still have Asher, right?
Asha, from Monster World 4, and who else? Nay from Phantasy Star 2, and Red Ring Rico from Phantasy Star Online.
Vinyl pre-order today. I missed that.
For this?
I can still get on that. Yeah, because this soundtrack is really good.
The last level sounded pretty good.
The exact date, it was the 30th, Dub. April 30th, I believe. Weirdly enough, this is one of those games that came out at like noon. Because I definitely, on like the 30th at midnight on the Switch on the East Shop, I was like, where's Streets of Rage 4? I need it.
Well, oh man, the hamburger's gone. Oh, I guess you needed it too.
Yeah, I mean,
the big food item recovers all your health, so they're definitely useful. But if you have full health when you eat one, you get 1,000 points.
The music on the last level seemed all right. Like I'm not like I like I love the Streets of Rage 1 soundtrack. The second one is like mostly good.
See,
I mean, this is just kind of like it's just
it goes straight to me as like peak Streets of Rage for me.
I mean, two is just like I just don't know the music in 1 that well because, like I said, like one and then Bare Knuckle 3, like Drum and I got the best ending in Bare Knuckle 3 on our first attempt at the game. We didn't even know how to get the best ending, and we got it.
You didn't become the bad guy?
So like the first game and the last game just like didn't sink in that much. So, like Streets of Rage 2, like I know that soundtrack really well. The first game, like it's good, but I just have not been exposed to it nearly as much.
I can see that. Definitely. I mean, some people I don't think care for Bare Knuckle 3 or Streets of Rage 3s as much, but it's grown on me a lot.
If you play the Japanese version, it's great. I mean, it's pretty easy, but it's great.
Oh, they definitely made it a lot harder, right?
For the US, yeah, but the Japanese version is quite easy, but it's good. Like mechanically, it's outstanding.
Well, what about the music? Did they change the music in between the two?
I don't think that.
Yuzo Koshiro is not the. Actually, is Yuzo involved in that one at all? I'm not sure.
I think it was just he was, doing some different experimenting.
Well, but someone else is definitely also in that one.
Mm-hmm. The Gaming Muso says 3 was totally computer generated, which I'm not sure is an insult or fact.
I forget the details. John talked about it in his Streets of Rage video. John Linneman, the DF Retro.
AT talked about the music on it. I mean, he said that he's started to like it a little bit more.
Yeah, I mean, I don't remember thinking Streets of Rage 3 had bad music.
Another $2.
Where are my dithered spotlights?
Say that dither what?
Where are my dithered spotlights?
Well, this isn't Street Rage 2, I'm sorry to say, but this is the bar. RC has donated another $2. Best soundtrack, theirs is Katamari 1.
Sugar and honey. Best soundtrack. Man, you know what? Like, I gotta say, like in terms of just random music that gets stuck in my head, I gotta say that like the opening to Katamari Damacy might be the thing that most commonly, like, I just like randomly go into
There's another arcade machine in this level too.
In terms of like, I want to say Skies of Arcadia is pretty darn near the top for me. It's my favorite soundtrack. I know that
really
it's
hard to say.
You know what? I have not. I've rented Skies of Arcadia on the GameCube when I was a lad, but I didn't get very far into it, and I have not played it since. I really should remedy that.
Oh,
yeah,
so good.
Don't destroy
my favorite soundtrack. I mean, I would probably have to say like, you know, something between like. I mean, oh my gosh, something really bad just happened to me.
You probably got hit by Caramel.
Caramel.
Whoa.
One of the other biker girls is Caramel. Why don't you hit it with the taser? Because here you go.
I didn't even know Coury.
I did it. I just went for it because I know there's. I do like the juggling. I bet on 4 players you could just.
I did not mean to grab that burger.
It's okay.
The disadvantage of the classic control scheme, but you know.
Yep. Accidental pickups.
But hey, it's part of the game, right?
That's it. It's how it's meant to be played.
I mean, look out for Abedidi. I mean,
I do like seeing these levels. Like, I know they're just single screens, but seeing them in like widescreen, is just neat.
Actually, if you look at the dithering on the wall in the background, this level actually looks like it might be properly integer scale. Maybe the foreground.
It could have just been that fog.
It could have been the fog foreground element was like scaled differently for some reason.
Maybe for effect, just
that
to make
background is looking pretty good.
Yeah, I'll be interested to see what you think once you unlock a classic character, how you think they look. All right, try you got this. You got 2 stars left.
I guess I'm shooting one.
Mellow Gaming, I was just talking to some friends on Twitter. He said, send me some Super Nintendo tracks, and a lot of people were sending him Waterworld on the Super Nintendo soundtrack, which is a great soundtrack for a bad game. Smoke Munch said that mode looked infinitely better to him. And yep.
just you mean just the game graphics, if they look like that. I mean, I don't know if I said it on chat on the stream before, but I think it's a real missed opportunity for Sega not to do something just like to make the whole idea behind Mania games that are like new games with the old style graphics but updated.
Call it like Streets of Rage Mania.
Yeah, like they should make it a title for like a series.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they've got between Sega Forever and Sega Ages, it's like they can't come up with what the retro branding should be. I think it should just. I know Sega Ages is probably an M2 thing too, but yeah, you got Mickey back there.
Yeah.
Oh shoot!
I did. It was me. Well, I'm sure there'll be another one.
There'll be more points later on, but you got to kill Barbin first. This guy was tough on hard mode single too. Oh, nice. Coury just grabbing sugar right as she pops out the door.
That's what I do.
Oh, Shinobi Mania would be cool. Gaming Muso's £5. Much love
Thank
to you
you.
guys. I owe you a beer for giving me a plug on your channel.
Oh yeah. Well, we owe you more than that for having the only person
Doing cool music.
Yeah, for being the only person that's ever brave enough to cover the Road Avenger music or opening theme.
I need to play the Saturn translation of Sakura Wars so I can play the PS4 game that just came out. Seems like Sega's kind of killing it with these, like, oh, do you remember the 90s? Here's some games.
Uh-oh.
That seems bad.
Oh, crap. I gotta...
Get that burger.
Yeah, he's tough. He gets them speed moves in.
Yeah. Yeah, we might be able to... Maybe we can juggle him. Let's just hit him with the pincer attack. Or not.
I feel like the way bosses play is not that different than they were on the Genesis. I mean, they go diagonally around the stage in a way, and
yeah, well, I mean, if you haven't watched John's DF Retro, it's really good, and he showed a debug mode that the devs showed him that actually you can actually see like what their behavior and what like the AI is thinking at any given moment, like how they wait and how they move relative to the player.
First game over the night, everybody.
Not bad. Almost an hour in.
So now, I don't know if it is the same on multiplayer, but this is when you can select assists, which will let you have more lives and stars at the start of a level, but it'll divide your score by greater amounts at the end of it. When I played it on hard mode, I had to make liberal use of the assists and like on this stage and towards the end.
I mean, should we give it one more attempt without an assist?
Sure.
Another $2 from RC, who's just letting that pocket change fly tonight. Thoughts on Panzer Dragoon? I have not played the Switch remake yet. I haven't bought it. I want to, but I heard it got an update, so I didn't know anything was wrong with it. So I don't know if you guys have played that yet.
I mean, I heard that the frame rate is pretty uneven. I mean, I've heard a lot of people say like they hate how the game looks, and
Wait, what game?
Yeah, I mean, it's just
the only thing I know about Panzer Dragoon is those like 4 hours Tri was playing Panzer Dragoon Orta 2 years ago when we were all on.
I think you're being a little generous when you say 4 hours.
4 hours, yeah. I think it was like 6 days.
So, that might be a little closer.
You know, I mean, I have seen their plans for their plans for the patch. You know, it's going to address a lot of the issues that people seem to have with it. I've not played it. I mean, I'm absolutely curious. I ordered the physical copy because even if it's not amazing, I feel like it's something that I would be sad that I didn't purchase.
I mean, I would rather wait and see if there's like an Xbox or PS4 version.
Yeah. I mean, I
think a lot of people were surprised it was just on the Switch for now, but I think it's a timed thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's basically confirmed that there will be more.
I think I need to either fix or get a new Joy-Con because my Switch's left Joy-Con feels a little loose when it's docked in there.
Oh yeah, is it
it's
drifting?
Too much, that's 200 hours of Animal Crossing. I think coming to bite me in the butt.
I mean, my Joy-Cons are all pretty good, aside from the fact that the two that came with my system, like both of them have
the drift.
Not the drift. just, you know, that you know, everyone said like the left Joy-Con had like connection issues. Both of my original Joy-Cons always had issues, you know, unless they were attached to the system.
Oh, I guess if I usually use the Pro controller. If
Right,
I've
same here.
Got it.
I mean,
Unless I'm playing the Sega Ages Columns 2 or Tetris 99, because then I can't stand the D-pad of the Pro controller. Somebody said I could do like what you guys did, I think, for one of the 8-bit DOs, where you stick the little certain, you know, stickers in the inside to get the inputs a little better.
I'm excited to see if there's any differences with the 2.4 gigahertz 8-bit DOs that are coming out.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
I haven't put enough.
Oh, the acid is just
It's just a slow burn.
temporary drain.
But it can
Call that
become
slip damage. What was I going to say? I have the M30 that connects to the Genesis itself. I don't have the non-Genesis version of that controller, but I love it. I need to do that. I think, and Smoke Monster said this too, I need to do that mod to all the 8-bit DOs. It applies to all their D-pads. I think, in my case, at least, like the Super Nintendo ones and the NF30 Pro, the one with the 2 joysticks in the center. That's one of their older models. I think it needs it, but it's not as bad. The Super Nintendo one's the ones I notice it the most.
I've never had an issue with the M30.
You don't play as much columns as I do, but then again, the Genesis M30 one I think has actually been fine. But
yeah,
maybe I haven't noticed it, but I think that D-pad's pretty nice.
Yeah,
You know, those replacement pads that I had put in the Super Nintendo controllers, I swear when I put them in, I thought I did some pretty thorough testing, but when I went back, I was using that controller a couple of weeks ago, and I forget what I was playing, something with diagonal shooting, maybe Contra, I can't remember what it was, but I could not hold a diagonal on it.
with using what?
Using those replacement
The membranes.
membranes. Yeah, the diagonals were really bad, and I thought I had tested diagonals, but ooh, you should get that pizza.
It's an apple for Coury.
Oh, there's another over here.
One of these days, it's going to be like, what are you talking about pizza for? Not only try small, he's seeing food that doesn't exist. See, so Drew mentioned in the chat the DIY controllers for SNES work great too, especially the ones that fit in the NES Classic Edition controller. The 8-bit DOE ones, I had bought 2 of the NES DIY ones because I was like, I want a wireless NES controller, but I don't want to have more buttons. I want an NES controller, and the darn thing never would connect to anything if I wasn't 2 feet away from it. If I got any further away from it, it just would disconnect. And it happened on both of them. So I do not like returning things, but those were the 2 products I had to return because they just would not work.
I have to admit, Coury's Star Attack is way cooler than mine.
You want to grab that?
Oh,
Sorry.
I didn't even see there was one.
See, the music on this part is pretty good. I like the guitar. I mean, it's just
Coury's so hard to please.
I guess
This is an important series, I think, for a lot of people, and you want to make sure it's.
Yeah, I mean, people tend to like it, but I mean, like I said, the first one has my favorite. I think it's the best one in terms of music. Do we want to do this again? Oh, it's too late.
Oh, I didn't see you had these. I'm sorry.
I think those are just fun little things. I think it's, you get a star and an extra food item, I think, if you beat it, but I do not think you can get Rue as a playable character in this game. At least I have not seen that yet.
Should be able to
I
do
know
better
you
this
can
time.
unlock all the playable characters from the earlier games, but I have not seen Rue as an option.
You can get the old professor dude.
Yep. I think he might be the second to last one you can unlock, actually. Dr. Zan.
Oh, so you can get like
or
Skate
whatever.
and everybody. You can get all the characters.
Yeah, you can you'll unlock Skate at some point, I think.
That's cool.
Shiva, I think you can get too. He might be the last one. Like I said, I've only just started to get the Street Rage 2 versions.
You know,
it does take a while.
Try
you
use
know who's
your
a character that I always forget even exists is Max.
yeah.
Oh yeah. It's because nobody really liked to play as Max, I think.
Oh, I want burger! I want that burger! I want that burger! Give me that burger!
Jeez, Troy, I thought you might have grown 3 sizes except for that anger there for a second.
Finally.
Yeah, like I said, I don't know if you can unlock Rue or not, but it would. If you do, it would be a pixel version of him.
Yeah.
Oh, there's an extra star here. That's nice.
Yeah, you can blow up all those motorcycles, I think. Oh, good cancel.
I do like the throws. How they.
Oh, you should get that pizza. Get that pizza.
Oh, too late.
If you get it when you have full health, it's an easy 300 points, I think.
So
which at this point really doesn't matter. I don't think you guys are close enough to an extra life anyway.
I mean, the big thing with points is that, like the unlocks.
Yeah, and extra lives in the stages, but like I said, they reset at the end of each stage in story mode anyway. So arcade mode, the gaps between extra lives is a lot bigger, but you have so many lives to beat the entire game on. So it's pretty tough. I haven't been able to do it yet. I've gotten, I think, to stage 10 on arcade mode before I finally ran out of lives. But hard mode in this game is insane to me. I probably should not have started on hard mode. But
what made you decide to go with that?
Because I'm like, well, I've played Streets of Rage, I've played Golden Axe, I know what I'm doing. Normal would be too easy, and boy,
awkward freeze frame there.
it took me 2 hours or an hour at least to get past the second stage, just because the commissioner boss was kicking my butt. I think you guys are on normal. Yeah, you're on normal difficulty here.
So.
Yeah, it's like you think you do really good, and then you get like a C rank, and it's like, oh wow. But you get, the first time you clear a level on each difficulty, you get a free 2,000 points with that character. So, or I guess in your case, the first time with 2 players. So when you play this individually, you'll get 2,000 bonus points for each character you use. And here you steal Barbin's motorcycle.
It's like the whole building has a Y on the side of it. It's kind of a cool looking. It's a cool looking building.
It'd be funny if we had like a Contra style bike level, but I guess.
A boomerang.
This is where the midair grab is very useful if you hit the pickup
Oh
button
yeah.
when it's flying back at you. Did you guys ever end up beating Xenocrisis? It says fried zombie number 4 for $2.
I haven't.
Thank
I
you.
don't know about Coury.
I
have
played
not
it yet, but I really need to get it.
I've
seen Joe play it a lot.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's finished it either. I should really.
I think him and Dave had a little reunion with it. I think it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
These guys just like go at you.
Yeah.
Oh, Francis. I can't remember if they're from an earlier game or not for some reason.
I don't think so.
I think they're new.
Like all those guys that just like have their hands in their pockets. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that they're all new.
Yeah,
but like the Donovans and Z's are new are here from old games. Big Ben, of course. Hart. You'll eventually see Iron and Gold too.
This guy Raven is back.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
These guys are tough because they actually are like the one enemy that can guard.
Yeah.
But you can, even when they're guarding, I think you can still grab them.
But I've been in kind of a good and on a roll lately with finishing stuff. So
I was gonna say you beat 2 games today.
but it's just like stuff that I've been kind of like working on for a while. Like I finished the main quest in Trials of Mana today as well. I could have finished it last night, but I was too tired to do it.
Oh, is that the new one?
Yeah.
The 3D remake, yeah.
Is it any good? I've kind of stayed away from it a little bit.
It's good. It's good. We're gonna do a video on it.
I mean, it's clearly a bit of a budget game, but like the core gameplay mechanics are very fun.
Yeah, it's very
very similar,
faithful
honestly,
in terms of like the story compared to the original as well.
It's very similar to in a lot of ways to Final Fantasy VII, except in terms of like, it's action RPG and
It has 2 discs.
It pauses when you issue commands to your party members and stuff, but it's it's a little more my speed in a lot of ways than the Final Fantasy VII remake.
So you got another reminder to both finish more videos and to catch them weapons in midair. It's a tough move because it's new in this game, but it is very useful. And Big Bens are always going to do that stupid fire breath. They are definitely going to give them a wide berth. At least Blaze can pick them up in this game, and unlike the boss in the first one where she can't lift him. Because I think that's the one enemy she can't pick up in the first game.
I did not know that.
Or maybe nobody can, because he's a big boy. But I only ever play as Blaze in Streets of Rage 1, so...
But in terms of finishing more videos, I think you're going to see a lot more videos. I mean, I'd like to do more videos. I will be doing more. I have a plan of attack, and I say that all the time. More videos of finishing games. Well, the thing is, like, I think what I'm going to do is games that aren't really long. Like, so I have a lot of games in my now playing list, and I'm going to try to spend some time, like as I've been playing more games in the evenings, I've been trying to make it a priority to play more games in the evenings instead of just toiling away at working on this setup down here and just like flat out sitting and playing games. But I think I'm definitely going to stream more of that stuff, like over on the Twitch, like games that I have played on this stream, like started them on this version of the stream. Like I still got to finish Dick Tracy and Alicia Dragoon. You want to grab that? You can get it.
Oh, have you guys tried the Street Rage fan-made remake?
No. I've heard a lot of really good stuff about it.
They're very good. Definitely very interesting.
What do they look like?
Like Street Rage 3 or 2.
Yeah, but
it's like a mashup in a way
of like everything, like all, and you can like choose different like gameplay elements from all 3 games.
Yeah.
Food.
It's incredibly impressive. I mean, and for the longest time, we thought those would be it. I mean, like that, like we haven't heard. I think I played those before I even knew about this game. Ooh, Smoke Monster says this might be coming to the Mister soon.
That's very interesting. Like that's more interesting to me than just playing it on PC.
It's more interesting to me than playing on PC too, because I have a Mac, and my PC does not do a lot.
You should eat that.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah. Goro here is definitely one of the tougher enemies, I think.
Oh, he's not even a boss.
No, you'll recognize the boss at this level. Oh, and those will likely have RGB output as well. That definitely sweetens the deal. That would look awesome.
Takuma Sakazaki. I was thinking the same. It's like, what was that, Mr. Karate?
What
from Art of Fighting?
What hardware are those running on? Those remakes. If they're coming to Mister, like, are they porting it to Mister?
Just via
the
the
ARM side of it.
Yeah, just Look at that.
Oh man, that's long.
Yeah, it's like
Okay, so this is hold on to those because you'll see.
You don't want to get close to the boss.
You're not in the same screen as the boss yet.
okay.
You got to deal with Glacia here.
So you get a little Sungmina
However
action.
you actually say it.
Garcia.
No whipping Norris here. But they're going to be bringing a lot of
and
those
then we've got
spears
the
in.
knife guys just running with those.
Yeah. I like that Glacia still uses weapons the same way he has forever. I think Streets of Rage 1, there's a few where they hold the knife up, like, behind them, but they mostly run with them, like, straight on.
Yeah.
I love that. This is a nice... Because it still sucks. It still hurts. They still hit you. But this is very reminiscent of, like, the mid of Stage 4 or 5 in the first game, where they just throw, like, 15 of these guys at you once.
Yeah, this is too much.
Too many enemies, you mean?
Yes, there are too many.
Yeah, I was gonna say, make sure you both have a weapon.
Yeah.
What is cool about this on the wider screen levels, you can throw the weapon ahead, so you can keep
Oh yeah.
you know, keep moving them forward for you, and in case you find more, you just kind of plant them.
I like that you can land from getting knocked back as well.
That's
You
really
can,
cool.
you can do that in 2.
If you're thrown, you can, but in here, if you're just like knocked back.
Yeah, if you get punched in the air or something. Yeah, I definitely, at this rate, I think you guys are retrying this level. 0 lives, and
Yeah, I'm almost dead.
Corey's about dead. And you're not at the boss yet.
Yeah, I'm out. There's another $2 donation from RC saying, "Sack up, try. Sack up."
Oh,
Yes.
man,
Let's see how much. Oh yeah, you guys aren't even close. This might be one to try and assist on, just because it is such a marathon. I mean, and the only shame of the assist is your score gets divided at the end of the level. So I thought
The real
about
question
when I
is
played through this game. What's that?
I said the real question is in the international releases of this, is Blaze's underwear white? I mean, is like the anime like actually changed? I mean, it would be funny if that was the case.
That would be a nice subtle thing. There's a lot of underwear shots in this game, actually. Yeah. I think.
Well, I mean, they at that point they're gonna like stick with the design of her. Like they just had to realize, like, okay, we can't like we can't get around this. Like we just have to,
it is weird sometimes. Just with the amount of the female characters in this game, there are a lot of just very easy underwear shots that happen, and it's a bit weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, if we didn't even see the boss, I do think we should go for an assist.
Yeah, so you'll see them in the list. Just make sure you keep retry or change character listed, and then pick the assist you want. Because there's no confirmation.
Do we just want 1 extra life?
Sure.
I don't know. One of you could change to Adam too, and Adam's a cool character.
I'll if we can choose different characters, I'll.
Yeah. Try can hit it on change character and then pick the assist, and And like I said, Floyd's really good too, but Adam is my favorite. Blaze and Adam. I don't care. Cherry is too much like Skate. She's too light for me, but she is pretty quick.
Drum liked Skate.
I was never very good with him.
Like he didn't. Neither of us liked him at first, but then he like kind of started just forcing himself to use them, and he
Yeah.
really got into
Well, I
it.
guess that would do it.
Like it is pretty hilarious. Like he can like actually get up on people's heads and like he gets up on their shoulders and just like pummels them from up top.
Oh, so it's not quite a dot, or it's more of a dodge.
Yeah. There's not a straight dash run for him, I don't think. But yeah, it's still very quick.
He feels like he moves a lot faster.
His special is really good too.
Oh, cool.
He's such a badass. Best graphics on release. Mine is Jet Set Radio, says RC, for another $2.
Thank you.
Final Fantasy VII Remake.
You mean the best graphics, like that
you were just like
time
impressed
the
with?
game was like most impressive at its time of release.
I mean, I would say
that
that
Seaman on the Dreamcast. We're gonna talk Dreamcast era.
I would say Mario 64.
I would respectfully disagree with that.
What?
I don't know. To me, I mean, I played Spyro before I played Mario 64.
At time of release, though. Like,
Well, yeah, I was like 5 or 6. You know,
I'm sorry. I don't know why I was looking at.
it's all right.
Your health and thinking it was mine.
I want to say that one of mine would definitely be Soul Calibur on the Dreamcast.
Oh yeah, that looked cool. I think, Soul
Especially the
Calibur
fact
on
that
GameCube
it looks so
still
much
looks
better
good.
than the arcade version. I died already. Hey,
I've
you're
been
using the
listening to
sign.
this podcast, How Did This Get Played, which has been pretty funny, but they do a really funny episode on Seaman on the Dreamcast. I've had a lot of fun listening to that lately.
Oh, I want food. Oh, I want food.
Thank you, RC. Seaman's a good time.
Of course, Donkey Kong Country would also be up there.
Yeah.
I'm one of those guys. I just never quite got into the Donkey Kong Country games.
Oh,
Just
so good.
I was never much of a platformer kid, you know.
See, platformers like are still to me like the default.
Oh, his jump attack is like a hurricane kick.
Oh yeah, Adam is awesome, I think.
I don't know if it's the Switch struggling or if it's just like online in this room, but we got a lot of.
Yeah, like it locks up.
It's definitely the online, because I've never noticed a bit of slowdown in this game when I played it.
In this room, yeah. And this room got sluggish both times.
Definitely take those cleavers with you if you can. Even throw them through the door, because you can throw a cleaver like through people. It's really useful. So if you manage to hold on to any.
Oh, did you die? That is cool. So you can basically keep on adding assists until you finish. You're able to beat the level.
Well, I assume that if you kept the same, if we died again, we could have the option to remove the assist.
Right.
So I don't think like if I chose the same assist, we would start with 4 lives. Like I think we would choose another assist, right?
Oh, you can only do 1 assist.
Right. Yeah, it's like 1 life, 1 extra star, 2 lives, 2 stars, or 3 lives, 3, something like that.
Oh wow.
But the more lives you get, I think the biggest one you get. It's like 12 divided by 12. So it's a bit you're gonna get a D rank on that level for sure. But you get through it.
Yeah. If you like really care about ranks and stuff.
Yeah,
Well,
it's just or unlocking the stuff quicker, which
unlocking.
really you can. It's just how quick do you want to do it. Yeah, but if you have anything divided by itself is still 1 though. But if you have 20,000 points and then divide that, that's a lot more than not having it divided by 12 at all.
I saw people say earlier to just like grab him.
Yeah, if they're flashing, they're pretty much, you can't stagger them, but you can still grab them. But he's got that hard hits. But you guys also have the strong attacks. I don't know if you guys have been using that a whole lot, but they can be pretty
Right.
good. Where you just hold the button down and then release
Oh, I like
it.
that kick hit too.
Yeah, it's got a good reach too.
You should get that.
I am.
Yeah, I think anytime he's got his arms up, he pretty much is going to counter. Good cancel. I guess I'm trying to comment on it, like,
I like how
20
slow his
seconds later
moves
than it
are. Like
happens.
it's like he's really trying hard. Like we doing that backdrop. He's like,
it's very deliberate.
yeah. Like there's like a wind up to it.
Yeah.
At least with the
It's
big
nice
guys.
it's nice that you can never knock enemies off the screen to where you don't know where they are and what they're
Right.
doing.
Yeah, that's definitely a problem in the first game. I think most belt scrollers, that's an
Yeah.
issue, but
I mean, I can't really think of one off the top of my head where that isn't an issue.
Yeah.
is this game anyone's game of the year so far? It definitely is up there for me. I've had a lot of fun with it. I've put a lot more time into it than I thought I would.
Jeez, I died already.
I knew I was going to like it, and I was initially hesitant, like I was saying earlier, but I really hope they add more playable characters, because I would love to be able to play like as Estelle or some of the other bosses.
Mm-hmm.
I think that would be neat, because it seems like they've got full move sets. That would be interesting.
I like just the briefcase full of money. That's a new item.
Yeah. I also think playing as the commissioner would be fun.
Yeah.
Just the big.
Well, his
like
his one
cool-
punch is like Terry Bogard's,
Yeah, it goes across the whole damn screen.
like the what is it? The knuckle.
That's when you got. That's your time to get serious.
I wish the commissioner had a name. He's just commissioner. I mean,
Yeah,
he
he's not
looks
really
like,
in any cutscenes, but
he looks like the Resident Evil 2 commissioner.
Brian Irons.
I mean, it kind of looks like. I think it looks like.
Except Brian Irons is a big fat loser and a weirdo. At least he is in the remake.
We're already on our last life.
I know.
Didn't
You guys
really
got another room to go.
improve much.
Well, you both made it to this room, which is new.
Yeah, it is now.
I've heard some people say that the boss is a lot easier than the actual level.
In this case, I did manage to beat the boss my first try, but it did take me a few tries to get to him on hard mode on this level. This is when I did switch to Adam when I was for a while. I played most of the game as Blaze, and then I switched to Adam for a couple. Because that kind of dodgy move is very useful. Now, just tell me this isn't one of the most gorgeous screens in modern gaming, though. I mean, this is just too cool. I think. Like each room in this game is like a cool work of art. Here you go. Here's Shiva. Back for more. He didn't get enough in Street to Rage 3. Now his power move sucks, so
Just keep an eye out for it.
yeah, you'll know. I mean, you'll know it because every boss has one where they kind of darken the screen. Yeah,
Right.
he gets a doppelganger. They're playing on the Switch, TGIG. The pickup sound, Jordan says it's from Pac-Man, but it's... Where did that sound originate from? Because I always was like, oh, that's the Pac-Man
Revenge of
sound.
Shinobi, probably. Like, I mean, I guess the exact... It very much is the pickup sound from...
Did he recover health? Because I feel like we had him further down at some point.
No, you guys just haven't been hitting him as hard because you had to deal with the nerds.
Yeah, because at first he was going down surprisingly fast. Uh-oh. Come on. Come on, just keep pummeling them. Keep pummeling them. We got this.
I'm out. Oh.
Almost. Just could do a few defensive specials. Okay, close.
RC is going nuts tonight. Another $2 donation saying best Rick and Morty episode. I've never seen Rick and Morty. I've seen it. I've seen enough things online
to know I don't want to watch it.
To know that I don't want to watch it. I'm sorry to disappoint you.
I have not even seen very much online. I just know it's very popular.
It is. We were just mentioning this in the chat. I'm very disappointed that Shiva is not a playable character except for his Streets of Rage 3 version.
It's surprising.
I think they could add that.
I don't even remember him from 3.
He's like one of those like secret hidden things, but he's a boss in that game. He works for Mr. X, but here he's describing the whole plot. How the Y twins have controlled everybody. It's through the music.
So they make the music like actually part of the world.
That Y building looks like something out of frickin' Pokemon.
I mean, how have they not seen Rick and Morty? I mean, when you got to finish those games. Do you want them to finish the games, or do you want to watch crappy television?
I mean, I gotta admit, I have limited time to do things.
Oh yeah, this is the one you're gonna be dodging some signs on this one. Man,
how many layers have we got back there? I think 4 layers.
I would say 5.
Plus the sky. Four, I think 4 building layers.
That is really tough to time.
It's as soon as you see the up, jump, and then jump while moving forward, I think is the best way to do it. It is pretty tough.
I think it's 4 building layers.
Or once it starts, disappears is when you should.
A train layer and a sky layer.
This is a pretty short level though, but it's got a pretty tough boss.
Is it a
best single release title? RC says for another $2. I don't know what that means.
Like a game that came out and there's only one game in the series, maybe.
Best single release title.
Like best game that never got a sequel, maybe.
That's
a really tough question.
How about Shatterhand?
Or how about Skies of Arcadia?
How about Skies of Arcadia? Yeah. How about it?
I can't really think. Oh, well, Beyond the Beyond. We're talking.
There's a lot of people that would
disagree with that. Yeah, I'm sure.
So there's tasers here. Does that mean that there's?
No, there's no
There
arcade.
couldn't be.
There should be one more, I think, after the ones you've seen so far. I think there's 4.
See, I'm finding if I jump just as it disappears.
The up disappears.
Yeah. Or no, not the up, but the arrow.
Oh
pointing.
no! Oh no!
But she's another boss.
Yeah, good. Estelle's back. Now she's got grenades.
Is she the boss of the level?
Yeah, she's got a health bar down at the bottom.
Yeah, but I'm just wondering if there's another boss, and she is a repeat. But it is cool to have, like,
She is chasing you. you
yeah,
know?
Streets of Rage has never had. Like,
I bet you can pick up those grenades, can't you?
If you can knock one out of the air, it'll become a pick-upable. Pick an item you can pick up. But it's pretty tough. Oh yeah, if it's green flashing, it means it's yours too. Now here's the real tricky part.
Oh no!
She brought him back up in the boss. But yeah, this is the shortest level in the game. Which is good because I think that the train gimmick would get real old
Yeah.
real quick.
Yeah, we never even quite. You should get that food.
And especially if you're using this. I guess those are your star moves, not your specials. But
If we beat her without being the commissioner, is it over?
yeah, she is the boss, but you can knock the commissioner out first. He's not the boss.
It probably gives you a lot.
He does. I don't know if it gives you point. He's worth points because you can get him when you hit him, but it's good just to knock him out, just to get him out of the way. Because he is.
But we've almost got her. Well, we've
Yeah.
almost got him too, actually. I feel like that fight was one of the easier boss fights.
Yeah, with 2 people.
I think you guys are just getting better, but yeah.
Yeah, but she was a lot easier than she was the first time too. I thought.
I think it's because they add the commissioner in there. They have to ease up a bit
Yeah,
because
and
he
she had-
is tough on his own.
Yeah.
Vice, that's one that I mentioned, is Skies of Arcadia.
I am really glad the Jetman is not in this game.
Yeah, me too. Another $2 from RC. Thank you. Saying best Virtual Boy sports game. I
The only one I've played is Mario's Tennis.
Yeah, Mr. Wise definitely anime as hell.
Yeah.
Now, see, this is the cutscene that would make me think that Estelle would be like, okay, I'm on your side now. Then she would unlock as a playable character.
yeah.
Like she did like Adam did, but that's not the case.
So is she a playable character?
She, as far as I know, no.
Well, I
Now,
mean,
you guys don't have full health right now because you just came off a burning train. But if you punch enemies, you'll get your health back. Just unless
interesting.
you get hit. That's what the green portion of the bars. It's just like your specials.
Right.
Now these art students or whoever, this art gallery, these people are very difficult, I think, because they can generate more bombs. And
Oh, look at that! Look at the turkey.
see, I told you the turkey would be important.
It's a turkey for me too.
It won't. It won't change. It's not a health
Wait.
item though.
This
This is an art gallery. It is a weapon.
That's amazing.
That's great. I thought I was thinking more like Chicken Kitchen sized giant.
No.
I love how I can say something as generic as the Chicken Kitchen, and you know exactly what I'm talking about. You get the
Surprised you haven't made a Bojangles reference yet.
Chicken Kitchen.
They were seriously studying that turkey sculpture, kind of like, is this how they get all their health?
Oh, RC with another $2. Best 3D Mario game? I mean, for me, it'd have
It's
to
probably
be Mario.
Odyssey.
It'd have to be 64 for me.
I'd say Galaxy One.
I mean, it was too influential for me, and I
See, I think there are too many points. I was talking to Coury about this when we did the Twitch stream the other day. I think there are too many points in Mario 64 where it's just not fun. Like when you go through the same long section of the game, it's not the acrobatics experiment in those levels. It's like Dire Docks. You got to go through that big entryway every single time.
Isn't the best.
Yeah. It's definitely a good game, but for the love of the game, exactly. There's some parts that are just not fun. But big, huge, tiny, huge island, whatever it's called, that's a cool level. I love that one.
But like, I mean, I want to replay Odyssey. I mean, I feel like Odyssey could be a contender for the next best. I mean, it's just that I acknowledge that the later ones have probably been better.
I've never really played the Galaxy games. I need to do that.
Oh,
Really?
they're really good.
That was a
my
point in my
God.
life where, like early college, I was not really playing games. So
Yeah,
Wow.
that was one of the
I
games
mean-
that kind of got me back into games.
Yeah, they are so good. I mean, a lot of people like the second one more, but like the sort of the story presentation in one is just so good that like one is a much more charming game, I think.
I was
it
very
did seem kind
surprised.
of weird that they would have the Galaxy 1 and 2 like oh, this worked, let's have another one, whereas like Sunshine was so different from 64 without being too radically different. But
What were you saying?
I was
Laura?
very surprised that in the new episode that you didn't notice the happy accident that I played on. And when you're talking about Mario 64 and you say, and I flipped with excitement,
Oh.
and that's
I did notice it. I just didn't say anything, I guess.
maybe
when you edited that in and said that, I didn't even notice it at first, but then that is hilarious.
it's just a happy accident.
I missed it. Does Try still say he grips the handles, the side handles?
No, I was like, he says it, but I was just like the first time you grip them handles.
Oh yeah.
Oh, look at her back there.
There were
She's
a
like,
few B-roll shots that like I had in my script. Look at the secretary behind
I
the
know.
desk. Receptionist. There were a few things that like we said in the script, but I didn't think to shoot B-roll for it. Like trying holding like a dual shock with like your middle fingers on R2 and L2. Oh no!
Oh, right,
See,
yeah.
I never thought.
it
of
doesn't.
that.
I mean,
PS2 or like Xbox 360 for sure because it just fits better. But yeah.
Wait, Xbox 360, you use triggers with your middle fingers?
Well, I use them. Yeah,
Really?
yeah. Because if I'm playing more like first-person shooters, I do that. I do that on PS4
Yeah.
as well now. Like Wolfenstein, I do that
See,
on.
that doesn't,
But
that
only
doesn't-
on those types of games.
That doesn't really register with me because, like, I mean, you would shoot a gun trigger with your index finger. So, like,
Yeah.
I wouldn't think to use triggers on a controller with,
It's
Yeah.
definitely not. It's definitely not as intuitive as that. But it's just there's so much going on that I feel like I need it all. And what's interesting about that though, like I can do that, but I can't type correctly. Like I never figured out how to type like a normal person. So I type with like two fingers on one hand and then a different two fingers on the other. It's dumb.
you know what's funny though?
It's also why I have tendinitis or whatever in my hands. Tendinitis.
You know
I'm
what's
pretty
weird
sure.
though is I feel like people like might have like a skewed belief that they like hold a controller in a way that people don't for some reason. Like there was a comment that was like, it's like, oh my gosh, someone just uses the shoulder buttons with their index fingers too, like I do. And it's like I think I would assume almost everyone does that.
we got a $2 donation from SoftBank 47 asking which SMS ports are better than the NES version. I see that Paul Sutton says Cast of Illusion beats the fan stuff of any Mickey game.
I don't think that was difficult. I think a bag of rocks is more entertaining than most NES Mickey games.
Oh, definitely Rampage, for sure.
Yeah.
Oh God, yeah. What about was
Is
Double Dragon on the
there's no
Sega Master
NES
System?
version of Choplifter, is there? I don't think so. I love
There
the.
is, I've never played it.
Oh, did you see the $2 from RC saying best Coleco Telstar game?
No.
I'm
can
not
answer that,
familiar
I
with
can't.
Coleco Telstar, but the best ColecoVision game to me, not that I've played that many, but Smurf is like the iconic ColecoVision game to me.
My cat's decided to join the stream.
No. So are we starting to climb the tower now?
Yep,
Yeah.
you're in the Y tower now.
It looks
Which
like there's
apparently
two
they
more
have
levels.
a
It looks
little
like there's
bathhouse.
Yeah, why
So it's-
are we entering via the sauna?
that's
Why
just-
is there a sauna in the first place? But I guess you'll find out. It's like a spa hotel thing.
Okay.
Shinobi does need a remake, I think.
You should buy the
Somebody
Sega
said that in
Ages
chat.
one. Sega Ages Shinobi is pretty good.
This floor
Is that
Yeah,
one
it's
of
like
the
slippery.
old Sega Ages one that's on the Saturn, or is that one of the new M2 ones from the Switch?
It's one of the new M2 ones.
I did get Outrun the other day when it was on sale.
Oh yeah.
Through Sega Ages, and I love it. That's a great version.
Yes.
Oh,
Got a
hey,
$10 donation
thank you.
from Adam Jenkins. Glad to see you guys playing this title. Also, the new episode was great. Nothing feels like MLiG quite like try using an opportunity to praise the N64 controller.
You know, it's so funny because there are equally people just like so annoyed listening to me talk about N64, and there are other people who's just like, yeah, finally someone's speaking some truth.
Finally, someone spitting that truth.
There were some people just like, you nailed it, Try. Right.
That's my boy right there. I do love that this room has a freaking mop as a weapon.
It's like a Swiffer mop with like a replaceable thing on it.
That would be funny.
And this is what it looks like.
Now you remember those Goros, you're gonna have two of those type of guys here.
Okay.
Why is this floor still? Oh, it's not slippery.
Dokuja.
These guys are a little easier because they have like single health bars.
Oh yeah.
There's also a $2.99 from Matt Lincoln. It just has a pair giving a thumbs up.
Yeah, and what better way than to have a bird not give you the bird? I say.
Well, parrot thumbs up right back at you.
Oh, that was a good double team there. And your friend Goro's back for more.
Is Pheasant just all red from the sauna?
A little bit of a burn on. So, did you finish Dragon Quest XI on the Switch?
I technically finished it. I haven't finished the post game though.
I see. To me, I don't know why people want to call it the post game because it definitely is not. It's
Yeah.
definitely the third chapter of the
Well,
game.
I got credits though. you know.
Yeah, but
Tech-
like you don't beat Animal Crossing when you get KK Slider to come to your island the first time.
I mean, I think there's an argument for that.
I disagree. I don't think you can beat Animal Crossing.
Normally, normally I mark Animal Crossing beat when I paid off my loan for the biggest house, but since it did take effort.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait.
Oh.
I don't
Sorry.
think there was much in that pot anyway.
Yeah, there's one for you.
Okay, so
Jug.
this is like every other elevator level in the series, but there's glass wall. But okay, you've already cracked one.
That bad.
That's cool. Oh, then
No.
they can go out. That's awesome. But of course, we probably can too.
Yeah. But
See, the music-
but gold
oh, there
and
I go.
silvers, I don't think is ever gonna throw you, but
See-
that guy will.
Like this music right here is like more synth wavy, and I can get into this more so than like the other music that I've heard in the game. Like this is good right here.
Yeah, it's a bit interesting. They have several, I think, composers on this, and the credits list each individual song.
Yeah.
But one thing I've really liked about this is just how well paced the music feels. Like when you transition between levels, like when that car hits in the first level, it switches to a different song. I really like that.
Yeah, that was fun. What music did Yuzo Koshiro do?
I
Like
believe
the
the main theme
and
and
the first stage.
there's like two others too, I think.
Man, look at the reflections. Like, this really shows it off.
Yeah.
Like, they're really good.
See, this is like really good music right here. I mean, this is way better than like most of the other music I've heard in the game, for sure.
This is.
I really like Double Dragon Neon.
Oh, hey, the guy I always forget exists.
Interesting.
And here is also the first appearance of Miss Y.
Oh,
Interesting.
is that her in the background there? You
Yep.
don't even see her face.
Well, they're just background elements, but I love the two girls like on the side, like drunk cheering.
Grab that.
I don't. Oh, I didn't see it.
Ben Brody for $5 says the only good thing about 2020 so far was we all banded together and peer pressured Coury into beating Super Mario Brothers 3.
Did you miss that stream?
I did. Have you never beaten it, or
No, I hadn't beaten it since like release, essentially.
Oh, okay.
Like
And it was
I had
like
a
the
friend's.
hardest game he's ever played.
No, it wasn't the hardest game, but it was like it took me like 5.5 hours or something like that.
You were done with Contra 1 in like an hour.
Yeah,
That's because he's an old pro. Super Mario Brothers 3 can get pretty tough.
yeah. But I would say like so. Someone was saying, do we like Double Dragon Neon? And Double Dragon Neon is really good. There's not a lot to it, but it does have an amazing soundtrack.
The style
And the
makes
style,
it-
it's a very funny game. The ending is amazing. And what's the, like the
Get that.
I can appreciate just like how
Use your
like-
star attack when you're gone.
got it. How stupid the main characters are. They're just like idiots. See,
And they could have made Max playable after this level 2, I think. I think they really missed.
yeah.
Oh, they don't, huh?
No, the only unlockable characters I think are pixelated versions of older characters.
Well, they
But
may
maybe,
have.
maybe they add that in the DLC. I think maybe that would be. I'd be all for that. I think a free DLC update would be cool, and totally within the scope. I mean,
Yeah, they may have
It's
just
not-
not had time to fully animate some of those characters, to achieve playable status.
maybe.
I never
Sheepy
liked
Tina's-
Max's character design, though.
you're just intimidated like I am by his giant bulging muscles.
I mean, he's like Hagar, but not cool.
Oh,
Yeah.
Hagar's got better posture. $2 from Radical Reggie. Coury, Marc, RGB baby.
Oh yeah,
He's
thanks,
making,
Reggie.
Thank you. It's obviously a reference to Douglas Bogart from Limited Run Games.
Sheepy Tina says, "Oh yeah, I've never got around to playing River City Girls. I have not beaten that game yet. It is incredibly difficult for me.
It is very difficult starting out. Like the first 3 levels are tough alone.
And when like comparing this to River City Girls for me, is insanely different. Like I know they're very different games no matter what because of how the stats work and everything, but like
River City Girls is a lot about stats.
right.
Like,
But also just like the grind. I don't, you have to grind a lot more in that game than I think you ever had to in any of the Kunio-kun games before.
I don't know if that's really true, but then again,
The Super Nintendo ones, I think.
I played co-op, so I don't know if that changed.
Oh, I don't have any friends.
But
Is it?
are you aware that the first time you eat any food item, you get like a permanent stat bonus?
Oh yeah. I mean, that's the way those games are.
Oh sure. Although in like
Just jump off the building.
in River City Ransom, though, I think you can eat like one thing forever.
I think so. It's been. I haven't played that game since I reviewed it, which means I should know that answer off the top of my head, but unfortunately, I don't. The dialogue is very funny in River City Girls. I think it is. I think the acting's funny. I think it's a cute game.
Yeah.
I do think it gets a little. The fashion designer boss, I think, is the worst one. I think that's definitely the hardest boss in the game. But I am still glad that Kunio-kun gets some love. I do love my hot-blooded downtown boy.
I mean, I like River City Girls, like, probably more. I mean, to be honest, I haven't really put significant time into that many Kunio-kun games outside of River City Ransom, but like, I played one of the 3DS ones, and it was okay.
What's the DJ's name whose concert we're going to?
Oh, I forget. It's something really. It's really weird.
I thought it said DJ Washington. But maybe not. That's why for some reason I thought I saw that.
Dirty Lemon Nightclub.
Ooh.
And dirty your lemon at the nightclub, huh?
The Lucky Bucket.
The Lucky Bucket. Look at that. That's great.
I did do a little fist pump when I saw
It's Mr. Bucket.
the pine pot.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Ooh, we can do a little old boy.
One of my favorite. Oh, we've got some sugar and honey and maybe caramel up top there. One of my favorite things in the new episode was when you were playing. You got the 1-up in Clockwork Knight. You just do this really enthusiastic, like, yes. Oh man, this is bad.
Can you imagine anyone legitimately saying, "I'm going to the Dirty Lemon nightclub"? Who isn't nefarious?
If someone doesn't open a nightclub called the Dirty Lemon after this, it's a real missed opportunity. Drop the mic.
Ugh.
Fight all night long, baby.
Yeah, just to reaffirm, Rue is not a playable character in this game, in no capacity, apparently.
I like how he is like
Eddie,
a perfect ball when he's spinning.
Yeah.
Oh, I need that.
You got your Street Rage 3 people are Axel Blaze, Eddie, Dr. Zan, and Shiva. And Shiva is the final one you can unlock.
But they're pixels.
They are, yeah. Adam is the only non-pixel character that is unlockable.
Are there any color swaps for like the new style graphics characters?
I don't believe so. I think
Even if you
what see
both
is what
choose
you
to
get.
change the same character?
That I'm not sure on.
Whoa.
Wrecking ball. Did he just like kill himself?
Dirty Lemon is definitely a nightclub that belongs in a crime-ridden city with a corrupt police force, which is why I'm surprised there isn't one here in Los Angeles.
like this sledge.
I keep forgetting that this city's name is Wood Oak.
Yeah,
too.
which I don't really understand that. Have they ever said that?
They say it once in this game, but it's also, I think, in 3 they call it Wood Oak there too.
I mean, it's like Raccoon City, where it's like does not sound like a large city by any means.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think Raccoon City is supposed to be like a gigantic city. Streets of Rage, I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be like
New York size.
Basically New York.
Yeah, Wood Oak does sound like the suburb of a big city.
Really, you got bricks. Just like walking around, I'm gonna use this brick.
I'm gonna bust a window here.
Oh, I like threw it at the guy and he like caught it out of the air.
Oh yeah, those guys. Some of the enemies are very intelligent with.
Did you just like smash that brick into the guy's face?
Probably.
Because that's kind of amazing.
Hey, question from Type in JW. Remind us what controllers you're using, because I think.
I'm using the. We're both using the M30, the Abido M30. Because it just feels right.
It feels appropriate. I agree.
Exactly.
I played with it with the Saturn one.
Right, and I also used it for Monster Boy in the Cursed Kingdom. It seemed appropriate. Oh, I
haven't played that yet. I saw it on sale and I almost picked it up, and for some reason I think I picked up Katamari Reroll instead.
I'm gonna run to the bathroom really quick.
Game.
Try while you're still going. I'm gonna run to the bathroom. I'll be right back.
Okay. Go is
yeah.
up.
The M30 is a very good controller. Now, Troy, I hope you're ready for this boss. You got 1 life left, though. I think you might be all right. The problem is this guy has a shield.
Is that blue? Yeah, is that
the blue is his
stuff?
shield.
Is the green stuff on the floor bad?
Yes. Everything's bad. Let me put it that way. Yesterday, I saw a guy drop all his Scrabble letters on the road. I asked him what the word on the street was. I've never heard anything so dumb but hilarious. I do agree that it looks a little anime-ish, but it really grew on me, the art style, especially just how fluid it feels.
Have you ever tried the Dragon's Trap remake?
Yes, the one that's actually branded as Wonder Boy.
Wonder Boy, the Dragon's
instead
Trap.
of Monster. Yeah, the first one, the first one that got remade.
I mean, the one that Lizard Cube did. I mean, is that the one that came out before the one with the guy with the blue hair? Yes.
Okay, then yes, that is the one that I have a physical version of it.
This one has green hair. Like the animation in that is so smooth. Like there are a lot more. I mean, the style is similar to this, but there are a lot more just frames of animation.
Right, I can see that. Yeah, that's the one I got on I got the Asian version of that physically because it has the English version on it.
I think I saw that like actually in the store when we were in Japan, which was a weird thing to see. I'm pretty sure that was out by that point. Oh, I'm going to go ahead and get this hamburger if I can. I said I want the hamburger.
You're not doing too bad. You've almost got him.
Yeah, I'm pretty surprised.
You get a few defensive specials in there, and you might just have it.
DJ Kawashi. Oh, we had a $10 donation. Did I miss? See the donation, or did you already? I missed it.
I did not read it yet, but so happy you guys are playing this on your stream. Add 2 more players, and it's a freaking party. Are you guys playing? As you guys are playing the game, what songs did you enjoy from the soundtrack?
Corey liked the
one on the last level, the elevator for sure has been the best.
Yeah.
But thank you,
DJ George Washington. Yeah, DJ K Washi, a little DJ K Washington from the Upper South Side.
Is that like a whole other health bar above it?
It's a guard.
It's
like
a shield. He keeps playing up a shield.
Nice, interesting.
I think you've got this though, because you still have a whole life left. Try, you pretty much got him. I think.
Do it there, yeah. Look at that freeze frame.
Yeah.
But I mean, playing this on 4 players would be awesome.
Yeah, I am disappointed.
I could have my
that
whole family
online doesn't have 4 players, but locally there is.
Right. Oh, did I unlock it? I'm like right there.
Oh, real? Oh, so you're
because I played one level
you're bumped
before.
at a different point than mine. Mine's still a little ways from that next unlock.
I played the first level.
My score. Oh, okay. My score is 158,608. So, I guess you're not seeing that on the stream.
Right. Let's see.
DJ K Washi.
Yeah, I mean, I can.
Airplane.
You guys are almost. This is stage 11. There's only 12 stages, so.
Diagonal elevator. I'm all about that. You can't have a brawler without diagonal elevator.
Right.
I will, just as a forewarning for you guys, in case you don't pick up all the items, the last set of enemies are 4 Victorias. So, and it like immediately transitions once you beat them. But you've got 2 people, and you've already got 3 of the 4 boxes. So it's you don't have the.
I think I might have accidentally picked up some pizza before I meant to.
Apparently, 4-player online is possible with the Steam version of this game.
Interesting.
Huh.
That's that's another one of those feather in the caps for those PC kids, I guess.
Sick.
Now, I think the graphics of the Switch and the PS4 version of this game are identical. I think.
Yeah, and they run.
I think.
As far as I understand, there's no 4K support on PS4.
Right. Yeah, it does. Yeah, I know that, which is a shame because in 4K this game would look amazing. I bet maybe on PC.
I mean,
that's possible.
You know,
but...
like John said though, like it's kind of like Cuphead, where like the art style is such where you probably wouldn't notice.
Yeah,
4K.
and Sheepy says the game's graphics are designed for 1080p.
Yeah,
so...
I mean Cuphead is 720p. Like
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I don't know if maybe
I played Cuphead on the Switch and I thought it played fantastic.
But I mean, it's 720p even on Xbox.
Cuphead is?
Yeah.
Weird.
But like, you really can't even tell, just because like there's so much processing on the game's graphics, you know?
Right. So it makes you wonder, I guess.
$2 from For the Love of the Game. Brawlers and elevators have a long, storied past.
Indeed, they do. Of being awesome.
They're some of my favorite levels in the in-belt scroller games for some reason. I think just because it feels like a gauntlet where you have like a weird advantage with the knocking them off. Is Streets of Rage 3 the one with the crazy elevator where like you have to find the guy in a certain amount of time?
Yeah, well, like at the end of the game, like I don't really remember an elevator, but like you have to like go through this building.
Yeah.
And like find your way to him, and if you don't get to him in time, you won't get the best ending. It's like the very end of the game.
Oh, the plane
Oh man, here we go!
You gotta throw them off, though. Oh!
Oh man! Oh jeez!
Oh, that was cheap. You were like 1 foot on there. Adam just couldn't hold on to it.
Wait, did you lose a life?
No.
No, you just lose a good chunk of health. You don't lose a life, though. Yeah, these... Now, is sand a reference to something for the shield-holding guys? Because I didn't get that, because... to me, sand would have made more sense as one of the guys with the guns. Because they're like gold, silver, and iron, or whatever. Like, sand should be like the weak version of them, but that's not the case.
Or was there an arcade machine?
No, the last arcade machine was in the art level with the turkeys. I believe there's only 4. I could be wrong, but I thought there were only 3 because I didn't know you could get to that one in the pier level until the chat told me I was stupid.
I feel like this dash and the punch is like very powerful. You can knock them back. Just keep on going at them.
You are needing a hamburger.
I am. Why is her skin pink or purplish?
I don't know. Why not? Whoa. It's definitely a fun idea to put a level on airplane.
By the way, I meant to say, I see Paul Sutton's here. He had tweeted asking what people had thought about, if people had complained about my Xbox in the new episode being dirty, but not really. Like, nobody has complained about the Xbox. It's just about the controllers. And to be completely fair, like for my controllers, I went through and I cleaned every single one of them.
Yeah, it's just, when people get so fussed about dirty controllers, something you really gotta keep in mind is that the lighting that we use and the lenses that we use just make it all so much, the dust so clear. Like, I've got like one of those like lens air puffers, to like clean dust off a lens, and if I see anything, like, I'm always like,
well, I don't think it was like the dust. I think it was more like just like the flaky, or like.
Yeah. And there is stuff like on the ridges of the PlayStation controllers. Like, I was using a macro lens. Like, you don't even notice it with your eye. Like,
right.
While you guys get ready for Mr. Y here, you got another $5 from Matt Lincoln, working as a prison guard. Find the show's very distressing after a long day. Says to keep it up. And Matt, your icon makes me think you're Max from Streets of Rage 2, and you could kick my ass. And you got $2 from Old Blade Blur, weekly super
I have
chat.
3 stars here.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely use those before you game over.
I guess
Because Mr. Y is definitely Mr. X's son because he's got the gun. $5 from Kodo Kun, staying busy with edits and COVID. Hate that I can't tune in more often. Love the newest episode. Keep staying awesome, guys, and stay safe.
We're not gonna do this here.
Remember,
Ooh,
Adam,
I got an extra life though.
You got that dash.
You just got one up.
Oh yeah, 8,000 points, baby.
I'm out.
Another $4.99 from Paul. Please understand the gaming YouTube audience isn't used to channels where the hosts actually use their gaming equipment.
He just shot me another.
It's like
I mean, if we had just shot those with like a standard webcam and didn't have any like close-ups or anything, you would think they were pristine.
Oh, Try, was that a sub tweet? Was that?
Like, he's definitely kind of limited in the directions he can spray that gun.
Right. Oh, of course he gets me that.
Oh man, you might.
Got him.
Why is this final boss a little? This isn't the final boss.
Of course,
Yeah.
it's
One
not.
more level.
Well, we haven't even fought Miss Y. Man, your points were way ahead of me. Oh, I'm getting close. What'd you say the first unlock is?
Oh, I got
It should be Axel.
Streets of Rage 1 Axel unlocked, it says for me.
Like, the characters in Streets of Rage 1 are a lot smaller, though. So are the pixels just scaled up a lot more?
Yeah. But I mean, like I took all the controllers that were mine. I took them apart and I cleaned them with isopropyl alcohol and a toothbrush. I thought it was actually kind of relaxing to do that, but still, even when you do that, you still are going to pick up dust anyways.
Yeah, I mean, I think something you have to keep in mind too, like, we would never get anything done if, like, we just
Cleaned all day.
Yeah, I mean, like, you got to get stuff done eventually. So I'm wondering if this is going to be like a short level or a pretty long one.
It's a good level. I like this one a lot, actually. You want relaxing?
Well, that's what I do. I mean, like a lot of them, I took them apart and ran them underwater too, and used a toothbrush.
So yeah, blame the lighting, blame the lenses. You know? Because I guarantee you, any controller that anyone is complaining about, if their own controller, if I had put it under the same conditions, I guarantee would look worse than ours. Unless it's like literally new.
Shoot, I just got that without.
Yeah, I like this level a lot. Just it's short enough, challenging enough. It's a good final level, I think.
So is White Island supposed to be hidden or something? Because there's like all kinds of crazy stuff here.
I think so. I think that's why it's not on the map. You only see it on the stage screen when you go to it.
Right.
Jonathan G's $5 says, "I'm buying my first home this summer. What are some things you guys love about where you live and how it influenced your setups?" And since Coury, you've just moved, you've kind of got two perspectives on that,
right?
I suppose.
I mean, I love the area that I live in. I'm especially happy since moving, like, to this new house. I just moved.
Get.
Yeah.
But just in general,
I
mean, I think that especially around here, I'm noticing like it's a newer house. The house that I used to live in was 141 years old when I moved out of it, and there was no like central air or anything like that. So the new house, I'm in the basement, so I moved from the attic to the basement, and I like it a lot more in the basement. There's nowhere near the same amount of light as there was in the attic, like natural light, which is kind of, I mean, it remains to be seen over time how much of a bummer that's going to be.
I don't know. I think it seems like just space-wise, you definitely are pretty thrilled with that.
Well, I mean, it's all one space, one like long.
Right, because your old house was what, 3 apartments turned into one house.
Right, but I mean, even the attic, there was just like 3 rooms, and it was kind of a pain in the butt. And what I really like about this is how, and you saw this a little bit when you were on stream with me a little bit the other night, about how I have everything set up in a way that is just very optimal for like making the show, like moving around. If I want to just go and capture something, I can do it right here. And people probably can see that a bit more like in those editing streams just in general. Like when I went from shooting B-roll to like going back to editing, it's just like right there. Before that wouldn't have been possible in the old house.
For me, I mean, I moved where I'm in a townhome
Oh, a mace.
neighborhood. Not. Oh yeah, look at the stained glass there.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
little Mr. X. See, people are like,
oh man,
that's like, oh, that's the Leon pose from Resident Evil 4. I'm like, no, that's the Mr. X pose.
I moved into the downhome neighborhood because my HOA dues take care of everything outside. I don't have to think about the outside of my house.
I gotta say,
try finishing too many games. Not enough time to mow that lawn.
well, you know, like I was actually pretty happy to have, like, we have a like actual lawn here, but it's not like huge. But we had to buy a lawnmower.
Do you have a little library in front of this house, though? That's the real question.
But we were thinking of. I mean, you think I should? Okay.
No, I mean you've got less lives.
But I like there's something that I find is kind of relaxing about mowing lawns. It's like I mowed so many lawns as a teenager, and that's how like I made money to buy the games that I did. And the lawn here is not so big that it would take me like, it's like an all-day affair. It's like it takes me like about an hour. But I just bought a lawnmower, and we got an electric lawnmower.
An electric lawnmower.
Yeah, it's just like battery powered. It's green.
I gotta say, the brief time that I lived in near Grand Rapids, Michigan, or well, it was Grand Rapids, Michigan. The lawn was a little smaller than where I came from in Delaware, and whoa,
Big spike ball.
and like the weather was so much nicer. Like I could literally mow the lawn and like not sweat, just because the weather there was so much better than Delaware.
I mean, I won't mind. I think it'll be. It's gonna be nice during the summer. Like it's a reason to get outside and just. I love the smell of freshly mowed grass. You know, and I'll use that opportunity to do what I used to do, and that's just to like listen to music that I don't usually make time for.
I can see that's I mean, that's what I miss about commuting to work. Now that I've been working from home for the past like month and a half, is I'm significantly lower on the podcasts.
Joshua Helmicke says, I try to be as green as I can, and it's, you know, very much the case here as well. My wife has really gotten into has this composting all the time, which is nice. We have like a whole composting bin out back.
Remember Bernie Bot's beans? They had a cut grass flavor, and that I physically had a reaction to that, I think.
Stay away from her.
You should probably pick up.
Oh, I don't remember the shadows getting added to this fight for some reason. But that must be a co-op thing.
You should get the pizza.
Man, I'll...
Get the apple for now. Save the big turkey. That's the best strategy, I think.
Yeah, if I can.
They weren't single. Maybe I just, for some reason, forget that, or they just never lasted that long for me. Because I don't know. I can usually get through this fight decently quick, but
Oh, is there more than one?
I shouldn't have said anything.
Oh.
Well, I was kind of thinking.
You think
like,
Mr. Wise a pansy and died in that plane crash? You guys lived through it. Why couldn't he?
I mean, she does seem easier than I expected. I did expect her to be the final boss, though. Oh, she's escaping.
All right, I think you guys got this. Coury's got no lives left, but Try's got 2. But there is more healing items here.
Let me hang on.
Oh, no.
Yeah, save that.
Okay, so it's not going to scroll out.
No, you can get it. So the trick with this one is going to be kill Miss Y first.
Oh, really? I was thinking X because he's got the gun.
No, you'll see.
What about if we just do
Did
them
you all
both
play
same?
the Strider reboot on PS4?
I did.
What'd you think?
Yeah, I mean,
You play on PS3.
no, I have it on PS. I own the physical PS3 version, but I thought it was good. I don't remember very much about it though.
You should pick up something.
Yeah, the turkey's still good, I think.
That freaking rocket launcher, I'm almost out. Unless I can get over there in time. Nope, I don't know.
Ah,
All right, Try. It's all on you, man.
Adam Jenkins, we do not have a Prius. I mean, it would have been nice to be able to do that, but we don't. We not afford it.
So my
Okay.
advice still, Try, is take care of Miss Y first.
well, that I can see.
And there's the very specific reason for that is because if you defeat Mr. Y first, she jumps in there and takes over. So it's kind of like, what more do you want to deal with?
I like how it's got like the Konami and Treasure like ball limbs.
It can be pretty tough.
Oh look! I just noticed the floor tile there.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, it's like Mr. X's tomb. I honestly half expected when Mr. Y jumps across to like
We're gonna bring him
drag
back to
up
life.
Mr. X's corpse, or something. Like the little necromancy on there.
Oh, I'm gonna go for the food. I'm gonna go for the food.
So the music here is good too.
Yeah, this is a great end boss theme, I think.
I loved those synth drums just then.
You got to do a few specials there, Try. You're relying too much on normal combos.
I'm so conservative with them.
I know, but you get that health back.
Maybe.
Yeah. It's a gamble.
You got, yeah, if you were smart.
Oh, you got extra life though.
Oh, good. Yeah, 8,000 points. I think it's like 20,000 on the arcade mode because you start with so many. And you got
that extra life is being used up pretty quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's got that good grab, that back attack. Mellow Gaming said he found the mecha easier to beat than them out of the mecha, and I thought the mecha was pretty hard to hit, just because it's so quick.
She's
so slow.
Do you attack the arms, or do you have to actually hit the?
It's the arms that what's attacking you. You saw the sparks fly out of one when you hit it before. Almost got her.
Okay, someone's saying stay on the left side and attack the left arm.
Top left is out of range. Okay.
Well,
Oh, not that good. A little higher.
well, it's just he's going for
I
it.
never made it. Do we want an assist or no assist?
I say go for it, just to make sure you can do it.
What does Coury think?
Yeah, just do one more up on the assist.
One assist?
Yeah.
Well, if you stand next to the columns while Mrs. Y is still alive, the mech can't hit you. I did not know that. Jonathan G with another $2. Good show,
you.
men.
Doing our best. Try. Are you gonna? I mean, if you want, you can play it on hard then with drum if you wanted to now.
Oh yeah. I mean that's the plan.
The other thing I think you guys
he said we'll wait and do it since we're doing this tonight. He said we'll wait a bit later.
I think you guys should do your dash attack more, which is you hit the direction you're moving.
I do it. I do it a ton. Yeah.
Try hasn't done his whatever she says a lot.
Yeah,
and that you can really juggle enemies with.
Yeah,
blazes.
I don't know what it is
because you can do it twice while they're on the side of the screen.
I feel like it's just because the regular moves feel so much better in this than.
The trick is to do your regular moves and then do 2 specials or 2 dash attacks.
That in Streets of Rage 2 though, I use that attack like constantly. I don't know what it is about this game that I think it's just because, like I say, the other moves just feel so good. They're like I don't feel like I need to. Maybe.
Yeah, you get basically 2 free extra hits if you do it because they juggle easier.
But yeah, I mean, Streets of Rage 2, I do that all the time. Just I don't know why in this game.
Scott Pilgrim nostalgia is pretty high. Good brawlers I think are hard to come by. And
yeah, Scott Pilgrim was good. I didn't love it as much as a lot of people did.
I only got to play it very briefly at a friend's house before it was removed. So I have not had the chance to experience it like a lot of people have. I'd like to, because these are one of my favorite genres of games. Yeah, stationary special defensive. You're invincible for while you're doing a stationary special, which is, I think, the best way to get through Misswise. Electric attack. Well, not going to hit in there.
Yeah, this is a genre that, like, for the most part, I've only kind of really come to love a lot more recently. It was really Streets of Rage that did it for me. Like, I mean, I've always like Ninja Turtles, Beautiful Joe, if you want to call that a brawler.
Yeah, see, I would call Beautiful Joe more like a side-scrolling adventure game, I guess. But I don't know if it's a brawler.
I feel like Beautiful Joe is just kind of defines.
It's I would not.
Beautiful Joe is a beautiful game.
Yeah. I wouldn't consider that a brawler.
See,
a lot of other
feel
stuff
like I'm
going
weird
on
sometimes.
there.
I always call these games belt scrollers.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the Japanese term.
Which is,
Is it? Okay.
Which is, I understand, like, that is the term for it. But I always feel like that kind of term would be more appropriate for games like Kung Fu or like Vigilante, stuff like that.
Guys coming at you constantly.
Renegade.
Yeah.
Russian.
Well, that's different.
Now, have you guys knocked a chandelier down yet?
Yeah, I did. We can cut it with the.
I think you can just do it with anything. I don't think you need a weapon. Yeah, Babbo kind of sucks, but.
See, I think
once you get him locked in a stun cycle, he's not that bad, but he at least doesn't go off screen like the first stage sub-boss does.
Of course.
I've not really played the arcade Ninja Turtles games. They're at the bar I used to go to all the time, so I should play them. Kind of like the Simpsons game. I remember playing the Simpsons arcade game as a kid, but I have not in a long time. But
to be honest, the only one that I truly love is the NES version of the arcade game. Like The NES ones feel better to me than the arcade ones.
I
but
do like the NES ones a lot.
I like Hyper.
The Ninja Turtles games, not the Simpsons games, just so we're clear for everybody. What else? What other good brawler games are there? Well, I mean, Golden Axe. I mean, we definitely.
Yeah.
I hope this game will show Sega that there is interest in letting someone handle, like Lizard Cube
Oh,
and
shoot. I
.mu,
should've-
the Golden Axe license. Because what was the last Golden Axe game that was good? 2.
No, Revenge of Death Adder, which doesn't have a console release or anything. But,
Oh, it's the arcade one.
yeah.
See, I like Golden Axe 3. I think that was Japanese only, or at least it didn't come out in America. But I like it. I think
It was
a lot of people
came out
don't.
in Europe as well.
Okay.
The final boss though in the Genesis version of 3 is garbage.
Yeah. It's definitely not my favorite.
When did you play
game,
it?
But
Try?
it's,
Did you beat it?
Drum and I played it a couple of months ago, and we could not beat the true final boss because, I mean, he has the same magic you do, and there's no avoiding it.
That's right. You guys played through. I know you played through the first one.
Yeah, but we didn't beat it.
You didn't,
Splatterhouse.
I'm talking about-
Just reminded of that. We need a new Splatterhouse brawler. I never played I think it's on the 360, the Splatterhouse game there, but I know Derek from Stop Skeletons from Fighting really loves that game.
Yeah.
I want to play that. Splatterhouse 3, I think, on the Genesis. Genesis? Yeah, I think that's a pretty good game. I don't think I've played the second one, for some reason. My favorite brawler, if I had to choose one. That's really tough. It is honestly probably the first Streets of Rage, just because it's so nostalgic for me, and the music's so good, and it feels tight. And it's what introduced me to the whole series. I love Golden Axe, but I definitely think Streets of Rage plays a hell of a lot better. Knights of the Round's a lot of fun. I really like that game. I don't think a lot of people talk about that one. The Dungeons and Dragons games, the arcade games, those are a lot of fun too. The Saturn versions are really cool. I wish.
I just got the
they're kind of in English.
Real copies of the Saturn version.
Yeah, that was when they had that at the bar that I go to for not very long. I think somebody broke it in one of the versions of the arcade game, and I was so upset because I saw a picture of it on their
Do we have to
Facebook
pick up
page.
that burger before we beat her?
Yeah.
You will have to walk to the exit yourself,
Okay.
so it's not like an automatic transition.
I couldn't remember. My favorite brawler is probably Streets of Rage 2, even though mechanically I like 3 and this one better. But that one's just I've probably between that and Final Fight CD are the ones that I guess I've put
Yeah, I
the
love
most
Final Fight
time
CD.
into. Those are the brawlers I've probably put the most time into, just because they were really difficult for me in Drum, and it took us a long time to beat them. So I just became familiar with them because of how many attempts they took.
There's a Super Nintendo one called the Peacekeepers that I really like, and I don't think it's very. I don't think
So
it's
focus on
outstanding.
her. I guess.
And then.
So can you actually kill her before he even gets into the mech?
I honestly think it might be whoever gets to a certain point of health first. I think just necessarily Mr. Y's threshold is a little higher. Oh, Cadillacs and Dinosaurs is very underrated. Especially if all you know of it is the Sega CD game. But yeah, I think whoever gets lower health first would go into the mech. I don't think it's necessarily always Mr. Y, but I've never gotten her in it first. If you beat the mech before her, though, she jumps in and takes its place.
Oh, he's jumping it.
I was going while they were close. I was going to try to use my specials, but
Would Dynasty Warriors count as a brawler game? I don't know if I would say
those
that.
are a Muso game. They are their own genre.
Yeah. Which, if you want to talk about a cathartic experience, those types of games for me have definitely. I've when Hyrule Warriors came out again on the Switch, I've poured so many hours into that game. It's like embarrassing. Because you don't, I mean, you get a lot of stuff, but it's like nothing. It's like not worth getting to me, but I still do it anyway. Oh yeah, Sonic Blast, man, that was a good one. There's a couple of Super Famicom ones that are pretty good too. Oh, new Gundam Dynasty Warriors. Oh, I keep wanting to pick those up, but I never do. I think I've got one of the PS3 ones. Dynasty Warriors are more like strategy games, but they're not Romance of the Three Kingdoms. Which is another series I have a soft spot for. I just like Koei games. You put me in a room and I have one game that I can play for like 10 hours and I'm not allowed to play anything else. Erebus Supersonic, and I'm good. Let me just manage an airport. Matt Lincoln, for another $10, is drunk with nostalgia, or does Nintendo create games that are unique and memorable in a way other developers can't duplicate? I grew up with Sega and loved Genesis also. I think the older I get, the more I am a Sega kid. I think, for some reason, and I don't know why. But like, I'm not super excited about Mario games anymore.
Really? See, like for me, like Nintendo is like one of the things that I most actively get excited at. Like, I think
in general, I think I've definitely liked. I mean, especially because Nintendo's still making hardware.
Yeah, I mean, Nintendo was, you know, what formed what I like in games. You know, so it's, you know, there's definitely a bias there, but that's okay. I can't help it.
I do think, I mean, as much as I love the GameCube, I think it missed that same like appeal that you had with like Mario 64. Like Luigi's Mansion was cool, but it wasn't like, oh my god, I gotta have it.
Finish him because I don't want to die.
Oh, you almost got her.
Oh no! Oh no! Finish it! Finish it!
Oh jeez, that was insanely close. You had like a sliver.
My heart's pumping.
I didn't even notice that you had beat Mr. Y before her, and she had jumped in. Oh, congratulations! You have completed Streets of Rage 4. Now I love the art in the credits, because it just shows some cool extra artwork of the characters, I think.
Right down to the wire.
Perfect timing, 5 minutes to 12. Yeah,
I know. I was gonna say.
You know, speaking of bias, though, there was a comment on the new video. Someone said,
Coury with the steel.
Thanks, Jonathan G.
Thank you.
So someone left a comment on the new video saying, "Oh, so the Xbox Duke, no one likes that, but the N64 controller is great." Well, I see some bias here, and I'm thinking, did you not notice that those were two different people's opinions?
Yeah.
Well, and the fact that
like
I've never met anybody who's like, "Oh yeah, my favorite game controller is the Duke." It's like, I don't even say that.
I mean, you know what? Like, and guess what? So many things lend, you know, to our preferences and things over the years, and like, if you want to call that bias, okay.
Every opinion, every review has some form of bias to it because it's built on your experiences.
Yeah,
but you still have to remain objective.
Right. I mean, there's nothing wrong with bias as long as you can acknowledge that other viewpoints are valid. You know?
So is that the ending? There's got to be.
That is the ending. You have beaten the game.
Is there like an extra ending or anything? Because it's kind of
as far as I know, no.
There's like no cutscene or anything.
Yeah, that is a disappointment for me. That there is no.
That's weird, especially since it has so many it has cutscenes in between every level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
definitely kind of about that.
I
wish there was a way to be the bad guy again, because that's just a fun little secret from the other games. The ending does scream DLC. I agree with that.
Since you were mentioning
that's
weird. Girls earlier, there was a patch
that changed the ending, right?
Well, it at like the if you beat the true final boss, the ending was like exactly the same.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen what the new ending is.
Well, I think they actually end up being like with them, like they end up like actually being there.
What spoilers?
Oh,
spoilers!
River City Girls patch made the Japanese only ending canon.
I think it's a fun ending.
Yeah.
Oh, Golden Cane in the chat was a tester for this game. That's awesome.
Oh wow!
Cool.
Saw their name in the chat or the credits.
Both actually.
Is this the first time you saw your name in the credits, or?
I hope not.
Now, why would Estelle give Adam a medal when he works for a different department?
So Adam is still a cop.
He's in the Special Investigative Force or whatever he says. So yeah,
he never. And Blaze not been cops
since before the first game. They were ex-cops in Streets of Rage 1. Yeah.
I wonder how they've been making a living since then.
I think
picking up money that.
I think Blaze was a dance instructor. I think is what she was.
They pick up money that is in.
They pick up briefcases of money, trash cans and stuff, and
basically.
I don't know. You see, Axel looks like he let himself go. Axel looks like.
That's what everyone made fun of. Everyone's like, "Oh, it's like Axel looks like a hobo."
Yeah, well, Axel, like he kind of has like a wild look in his eyes. I feel like I feel like he's not all there.
Axel is a mountain man. Yeah, he definitely went out to the suburbs and like definitely had a few too many like Mad Dogs or like other malt liquors for a while.
That's
Thank you for playing Streets of Rage 4.
That is a weird ending.
Yeah,
I have to say. Like it's weird.
The art was nice though.
I wanted to see them, you see them arrest Mr. and Miss Y in the credits art, but like you don't see them like take down the syndicate. Like
well, you've killed every member of the syndicate by that point.
Yeah, but you did that in 1, 2, and 3. You know it's going to come back. 10 years from now, we're going to have Mr. and Miss W or something. Or X.
I don't know if that unlocks the different modes
we already
for me.
had X.
What can you choose now? Try.
Stage select, arcade, boss rush, battle.
Boss rush is tough. I haven't been able to beat that yet. But arcade, you play through the whole thing in 1 credit, so no game overs.
Just arcade? Are we gonna fight it out here? Oh,
look at the background on Axel. Okay, so see, I actually can't select them.
Okay, so you can't play the same character as each other. Okay.
I'll
so you're gonna try a battle
mode? He looks like he's integer scaled though,
because I haven't played with other people.
I want to try a new character.
It's right. He does look like he's integer scaled.
Let me stand up and get closer.
Everybody, we're gonna finally see Try.
Interesting. So the lighting highlights are actually the lighting highlights actually don't necessarily. Some of them are like halfway through certain pixels. That's cool that he has lighting highlights though. I never.
Yeah. The pixel artwork I think comes through pretty well. And just now that we're back talking about this, you can unlock 12 characters, but they're all older versions of the characters. So you unlock 1, 2, and 3's Axel and Blaze.
That looks amazing.
As well as Max, Dr. Zan, Shiva, Skate, the characters from the other games.
I like her moves. She seems kind of cool. Oh, and she can run.
She's quick, and she's the one who has a real dash. I incorrectly.
It has
said
the
no
same
one
sound
but
effects.
Adam could dash, but like you said, it's just a dodge. But she doesn't hit very hard, like Skate.
Let me. I want to see what grabbing looks like. Yeah, she seems fun.
Yeah. Skate. I wish we could see a 10-year version of Skate as Adam's younger brother, but I guess we just get his pixelated version. It doesn't make sense that like Dr. Zan isn't in the game. We see him in the credits with Floyd.
Yeah,
but like we don't understand who Floyd is. I mean, I don't know. I like the story overall, but I would have loved to have seen more of the ending. I think it screams DLC though. Someone said that earlier. Because Floyd is pretty badass.
They don't address what happened to Skate in the story. It's just weird that he is like the only one that's like doesn't make any kind of
like gone. He's probably in college or something. Adam probably told him to get the F out of Wood Oak City.
But I haven't managed to hit Coury with it yet, but that double tap attack looks cool.
It's nuts. And his star move is insane.
it's like Iron Man in the Marvel games.
I like how little
Marvel
the sword
versus
is.
Games. Proton cannon, is that what it is?
Something. I like how people are in the bar just drinking, and one of them looks like he's wearing Terry Bogard's hat.
Yeah.
It's time to
it
get
could be.
serious.
It could be a reference, really.
It could be.
Oh, that was cool.
He's got that stomp move.
This is kind of awesome.
Blaze's is good too, but his is just powerful. But he's slow.
That's a great jump kick.
Yeah, Floyd I think is underrated. I think he's a pretty good character.
I don't generally like slow characters though.
What's his name? Floyd Riot?
Oh, I forget his last name.
Oh, look at the reflection on him when you walk in front of the window.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I saw previews of this game, I didn't see those kind of effects for some reason, and I don't know. It's a nice touch.
Floyd Araya. Okay.
He's good for boss rush because he can do a lot of damage. Yeah, and yet him grabbing 2 enemies is like the coolest thing and he can walk around with one. So I mean, he is pretty insane. The sword is just neat. It's just goofy to me.
Oh, he can like grab him. Like, gotcha.
Adam seems fun.
Yeah, I think Adam is my like mechanically favorite, but
Blaze
I still stand for Blaze.
Is this like a? Are we trying to fight each other here?
I think you're still trying to hit each other.
So great.
Yeah, I love that. First, Estelle having that as like her backup move as a boss was cool, but then the fact that you could do that too is pretty cool.
I gotta say the pixel characters do blend in a lot better than I would have thought. Are they?
I wonder how they would look.
They even got look at those shadows. The shadow is like animated exactly with him too. Like it's kind of choppy.
That is nice. Now that I'm starting to get the Streets of Rage 2 ones unlocked, I'm gonna have to check that out.
But he does seem to have a very limited moveset. Like, is he?
Oh, it's Streets of Rage 1. He plays exactly the same.
So is he no stronger to make up for lack of moves, or?
That I couldn't tell you for sure. I haven't compared it enough to know, but.
Like there's no like just regular special attack.
Nope. You didn't have one in Streets of Rage 1. You had the car.
Yeah. So wait, I hit both buttons.
The car summoning is a star move.
Okay. Okay.
Blaze Fielding.
I do wish their voices, the cutscenes were voiced, because I don't know. I'd like that stuff, even if it was like really cheesy.
Wow. It seems like it might be easy to miss with her special attack.
Yeah, like I just did.
Yeah, but she is quick. But I don't think a lot of levels really need speed, and that's why I don't think I've gotten into Cherry.
She does seem fun to play though.
Yeah, but I guess I just don't think the levels really take advantage of needing that kind of movement. At least in co-op for sure. I need to play with Cherry more.
But like I say, I do enjoy fast characters in general.
Mario or Sonic? Matt wants to know for $2.
Oh, Matt Lincoln, thank you. I mean, that's.
I think these are Mario boys, but I think Sonic's got a soft spot for Coury.
I think this might be the best track in the game.
The elevator one's one of my favorites.
Who did this one?
The Streets one, the very first level portion is a Yuzo song, but I don't think most of the rest are. Which is like both disappointing because he's so ingrained with it, but at the same time, the soundtrack's not bad by the other composers.
For some reason, I'm having a hard time connecting with her.
Samari.
Oh, check that out. That's kind of like Skate.
Yeah, getting on the head and doing a little head crab action.
So this was done by Samari? Like, what is...
No, like the Sonic Mario NES hack.
I mean, I'd probably say Mario at this point
Chinese
as well, but I mean...
games like I do. That's a series I should bring back, The Adventures in Piracy. I only ever did the 2 like 6 years ago on them.
Hey, Sandy, what's up?
I wanted to see if I could break it through the...
Well,
the
is
glass.
that going to do it?
I think so. I'm going to hit beat a quit session and see what it says here. Hopefully I keep all the information. Like okay, good. It keeps everything.
Yeah, I think the art gallery music's one of my favorites too. But yeah, now you guys should have access to the stage select, the arcade mode, the boss rush, everything.
Nice. Yeah, I've got all modes on my title screen here.
When we were testing the online earlier to make sure it works all right, like my kids were obsessed with the fact that would like look at this title screen and we're like, why? They're like, why is there money floating around? Like they're just fixated on it. Like why is there that dollar bill floating there?
I also wonder why, but
I do. The police station, especially the second part when you go into the offices, I think is my favorite track. Golden. I think that because it's so funky, and it's such a contrast to the rest of the game's soundtrack. You got $5 from Scott Davis.
Oh,
thank you.
I'm stoked from the first party controllers number 3. Are you guys gonna demo on camera the Rock Band instruments or SingStar karaoke?
Well, those aren't first party though, unfortunately.
I mean,
They're not from.
But we are gonna do
probably is.
we are gonna do a like a peripherals episode for sure. Just because I think that just in general, like those kind of episodes.
Talking about doing the Dreamcast fishing rod, and I was like, yeah, but then why am I not doing GameCube bongos?
Right.
And kind of the line that we drew with this stuff was, if you could play most any game with the controller, then it's included in this episode. But if it's like something like the bongos where you can't play most games with it, or I don't know if the fishing rod, I forget what kind of functionality it might have. It might actually be kind of possible, but obviously that's not its intended use.
You gotta cover the Saturn mouse, Panzer Dragoon's Wii. I don't know how to say it.
Zwei.
Whatever. With a mouse is awesome.
Maybe. I mean, I didn't even know that it really existed.
Yeah, I didn't
Oh
know
yeah. I love the Genesis mouse. I'm a fan of that. Because it's the best way to play Shanghai, and that Sonic Create weird storybook sticker game. I didn't know the Saturn had a web browser. Apparently it did.
Yeah.
Who's a fan of the Apple Pippin controller? Oh boy, you know what? I want to play a Pippin one day.
I do too. I mean, I want to play like a.
I want to play a CDI. I played one at that classic gaming thing Coury and I went to last summer. There was a CDI there with the remote.
Oh yeah,
I want to play a Super ACAN. Just because I'm like deeply fascinated by this 16-bit like Super Nintendo like system that came out in like 1995. Like it's just such a weird thing that exists. Like I want to know more about how the hardware works.
For love of the game, maybe like when it comes time to do it, but it's going to be a little ways off. I want to do. I have a lot of other things I'd like to do in front of it. The idea of like doing another controller or peripheral focused episode so soon does not sound that appealing.
I'm sure a lot of people would like something else.
Yes,
come down the pipe.
Yes.
Any hints? Any
no, I'm.
hints
You know
for
what?
us?
After as long as it took this episode to get out, I'm making a conscious choice to roll back the teasing of upcoming episodes for a little while.
Yeah, you want to slow down those Twitter mentions of where is it?
Well, it's not even that. It's just that I
need it.
mention it in streams and everything, and it's like, oh, it
shut
takes.
me up, guys. Don't worry.
That's why I just want to like. I like it to be more of a surprise more often than it is for people.
Well, gentlemen, I don't know about you, but I have to go to work in the morning, which means I'll be sitting right back here, VPNing into a computer.
Really, really quick, I do want to say how fun it is that Dr. Zan, look at how low he is in in his portrait. He's like way too. There's a lot of headroom there. Try would have an issue with the amount of headroom that he has there.
Oh, hang on. Let me turn the stream live. Oh yeah, that is. I don't like that.
They really had to crop that part of the box art in.
I do like how they have the old artwork.
Yeah, it's very clean looking. All right, so thanks everybody for hanging out and everybody who donated. It was a lot of fun, and thank you to Duke for moderating and joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. And
Craig got a last minute $5 from Craig. You guys should make a video on the Steel Stick mod for the N64. Have you ever tried it?
That'd be up to Try, because Try has a Steel Stick mod there, but I think it's too old. Like they're old versions of it.
Yeah. So the whole thing was I really wanted I wanted one part of this video to kind of be almost a follow up to that old crappy N64 replacement stick video, and I got this stick from Bob a while back that he was like, I'm never going to do anything with this. You take it.
That sounds like Bob.
And like I was all ready to like try it, and then I just like felt it, and oh my god, like it looks close to OEM, but it's just the movement is just crunchy. It's terrible. And I do have the steel sticks, but like honestly, like I bought them like shortly after that old N64 stick video, and I like never. Like I just like set them aside and didn't look at them again. And I completely forgot that it's like this whole thing of like having to solder this board yourself. And, you know, it wasn't a ready solution. And then I was looking at like what the current steel sticks is. And like, it didn't look like it represented the product that they have now.
Yeah, I'm looking at their website now, and this looks like one hell of a mod for your controller. I mean, this looks actually cool.
Yeah, so it didn't look like it represented what I had. I had no good solution that you could like get today.
Oh, it looks like they're still in development. They're not even out yet.
Yeah, so that's why I just cut that out of the episode, even though I wanted to. I just wasn't prepared to present any solution. But maybe someday.
Oh, maybe they are. Maybe just their website says they're not. I don't know. I'm just cursory glancing.
I don't know. I looked at the website a couple months ago, and I forget what the situation was. But yeah. All right. Well,
all right.
Thanks everyone for watching, and everyone who donated, and
we'll see you next week.
hanging out.
Thank you, boys. I will see y'all later.
All right. Have a good night.
Later.